stream. It was just hanging out and just nice. It wasn't very wholesome, but it was just like hanging out with your dads watching some YouTube. That's just one thing that's kind of stuck with me. I've made a lot of nice memories since then, but I think it's one of the earliest for me. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to making even more nice memories this year. Can't wait.
Oh, amazing, we're live.
Oh.
Josh!
Thunderwave at second level.
Oh, amazing, we're live.
Oh.
Josh!
Thunderwave at second level.
Hey, Connie, don't make holy shit! Come on, let's go!
Mental health, Wales, LGBTQ youth.
I'm trying to raise as much money as I possibly can for CANON.
This charity, it holds a massive place in my heart.
$1 million! $1 million!
2 million!
Thank you, whoever you are. You're going to make some real... Oh, why am I getting teary all of a sudden?
All I want for Christmas is...
I go up.
Put it down!
Now let's go!
Exciting stuff, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's going crazy.
The year is 1979. Starch Cola, the world's oldest mix. People do desperate things. Tonight, in the upper floors of Skyrise Pinnacle at the Christmas party for Starch Network, a subsidiary of Starch Cola, Jackson Fletcher was killed. My name is Detective Matthias Knight, and I'm here to help solve this crime. Jackson Fletcher, Senior Executive of New Market Operations, found dead in his office. Now, I'm unable to fully solve the case myself as I am prohibited from getting involved. So, I have enlisted 4 of the potential suspects and people who are attending the party to help me tonight. Let's meet our 4 individuals, shall we call them. Starting with you, sir. What's your name?
The name's Harper Walker.
Mr. Walker.
I'm Chief of Security here at Starch Network.
Perfect. And next to Mr.
Harper Walker.
Harper Walker, I wrote these names. We have...
Well, hi, I'm River Amari. I'm the head of social media, which I guess was a thing in the 1940s. But
This is an alternative timeline where technology is maybe a little more advanced than it should be. So don't worry about that, doll. Don't worry about that at all. So we have River Amari, social media networker and marketing executive. And then next to River, we have this fabulous-looking person.
Hello, darling. My name is Vesper, Vesper Valerian. You might know me from Very Vesper. I have my own beauty line. And I think I'm the prettiest one on this panel.
Most certainly, that's definitely the case. And then finally, concluding our little quadrangle of informants.
Forgot my name. Well, I'm Blake McHatton, see? Yeah.
And what do you do, Mr. McHatton?
I'm a janitor, see? Yeah.
He's the janitor, the custodian, as they sometimes call him. Well, everybody, welcome. Welcome to Skyrise Pinnacle. You were all attending the Christmas party here tonight, but unfortunately, about 7 p.m., a toxic storm rolled into the city, and the security systems of the entire building have gone into lockdown. Nobody gets in, nobody gets out until this toxic storm is over. Now, the party was going fine. You were enjoying drinks, maybe a little conversation, and then around about, I believe, 10 p.m., a Miss Robin Callahan, the personal assistant of Mr. Jackson Fletcher discovered his body up in his office. And that is where we find ourselves right now. I need your help. I am not allowed to solve this case because I don't have the appropriate paperwork from City Hall. Means if I get involved, I may invalidate some of the evidence. But you being first responders, you being employees of this company, you could help me put the details on this case. And then when this storm lifts, I'll get the paperwork and we'll get the bastard who did this, basically. All right? So, any questions before we begin?
What was the dead guy's name again? I missed that.
That's right. It's Jackson Fletcher. He is the senior executive of new market operations. Jackson Fletcher.
I love Jackson.
He's a great man. He's generally well liked. He's seen as he's a handsome man in his early 50s. He's generally well known. Some of you have definitely worked with him for some time. Some of you may have been employed by Mr. Fletcher specifically, or maybe one of the other higher ups here in the company. Any other questions?
Who discovered the body?
That would be Miss Robin Callahan, the personal assistant to Mr. Fletcher, about 10 p.m.
Is she around?
We can go and ask her some questions. I can get her in here if you'd like to ask her some questions. I should make something a little clear for all of you, though. There are other people who are attending the Christmas party, and maybe you want to interrogate them, you want to ask them some questions and things like that. But I should also make a point that the four of you may very well hide the killer as well.
No.
So consider each other's stories, consider what each of you say, listen to the kind of questions being asked, what they might get up to, and think about that as well.
It feels pretty wild to have one of your potential suspects solving this case.
That's exactly my problem. I'm in a tight bind here, Chief of Security, and so that's why I've brought in the people that I feel I can trust, but I haven't got any evidence to say otherwise. So you're going to have to keep close eyes on each other. Now, I'm here to offer assistance. I can give you my expertise if you need an opinion on something, or if you want to know how something works, I can tell you what I can do. I'm here to help, but...
Do we know how he died?
Well, that is a perfect question. Well, what exactly, you find yourselves up in the executive office, as we see here. It's a very plush-looking office. The body is still on the floor, and you can see that there is a huge pool of blood surrounding them. Do you want to examine the body, Miss River?
Oh, I'll try.
Okay, yeah. You would find very quickly that there are two gaping holes in Mr. Jackson Fletcher's chest.
That'll do it.
That's normal, though, isn't it?
Is that around where the nipples are?
It could be, indeed. In fact, yeah, maybe they've been indicated here by this lovely outline that we have on the floor. But no, there are two bloody gunshot wounds.
Oh, okay.
Now, I will be maybe a little coy with my information unless you ask specific questions. I should also point out a couple of things that we've got here as well. Up here on the desk, we have some materials for you to add to your own case board, which I've assembled over here as well. We have notes for you to write clues. So if you find evidence, or if you have suspicions, or maybe you meet some of the other suspects, you can write their names down, and we're going to form connections to our victim here. And I'm going to ask you to come up and step and do those as well. And then, yeah, just anything that you can see around, ask me some questions about.
Do we know where are the gunshot wounds?
They are in the chest, so...
In the chest?
Yeah.
Not in his back?
Not in the back, no.
So
and he
shot
is
from the
laying...
front.
he would be laying, let me see here, he would be laying sort of face upwards currently.
These two...
So he saw his killer.
These two gunshot wounds.
Yes.
I want to examine them real close, really get my lollipop in there.
All right, yeah, absolutely. What are you looking for specifically?
Do they look like they're from the same caliber weapon?
Yes, they do, in fact. And I would tell you that you've probably got a little bit of experience with firearms there, Mr. Walker.
I used to be on the force.
Yeah, you were an enforcer, right? They are 9mm bullets.
9mm.
Mm-hmm.
This means nothing to me.
Oh, it means they're about that big?
Okay, all right.
It's about as big as the pee-pee on this.
Yeah, about that size. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's right.
You sure?
That's right.
Is there any
Looks a bit bigger
other?
than 9mm.
Across, maybe.
Is there any other like kind of obvious, just with the body as it stands at the moment? Any other things that might pick my detective's attention?
Anything you're looking for in particular?
Are there
Or are you
any
just looking for things that
signs of
look
a-
out of place?
Any signs of a struggle?
No signs of a struggle, it doesn't look like. It looks like Mr. Fletcher was stood at his desk and was taken down. No signs of a struggle, no signs of a fight. You don't see any of the wounds on his body that you can see.
I think it's safe to assume that if there was no signs of struggle and they were shot from the front, they saw their killer.
You see, this is a
And
mistake
they knew their killer.
a beautician would immediately make. You should never follow the first lead. I made that mistake once in the past. And it cost me dearly. That's why I had to leave the force. Okay, I want to roll the body over.
Yeah, you roll the
Flip
body
him
over.
over.
Yeah, you take some time, you roll the body over. The body definitely still has, it hasn't quite fallen into rigor mortis just yet. You flip the body over, you can see that the wounds on the back are much larger. These do appear to be exit wounds. Front of the chest, entry wounds, back of the, on the back, exit wounds. You flip it over, they've blown out, and you're looking around this, I would say that you would be familiar. I'd say that as I cast my detective's eye over this body, I'll give you a time of death. And then what you're going to do is I'm going to have you come up here, Mr. Walker. You're going to write the time of death on one of these cards, and you're going to add it to the case board. The time of death, and if you come stand here where I am, you got some pen and paper, you got some string here, we got some boards, so you come and stand over there. The time of death was estimated to be, I would suggest, looking at this body, it was somewhere between 8:45 and 9:45 p.m.
So, say that again?
Between 8:45, exactly.
To 9:45.
Mr. McCadden has got it. Oh, he's putting it in military time.
Oh, very good.
All right, and go pop that up on the case board there, sir. And if you feel like you want to make a connection, you can draw, do a little piece of string there and wrap it between the two.
Bless you.
Where's your string?
I've got it's over here with a lovely pair of pink scissors.
So excited for this.
You can't wait, can you?
I'm going to Charlie Day this so hard.
And obviously, if you're familiar with the wonderful world of Shadow of Doubt, this is very much what you might be doing if you were to enjoy such a video game. Perfect. Yeah, make sure you tidy that up, please. We don't want a messy case board now.
The double scissors notes, man.
I love it. Perfect. Thank you very much.
There's something that's been
Mr. McCadden.
bugging me, because I'm a janitor. I hate to see a wastebasket full of rubbish.
Okay.
Just gonna check what's in it.
Come up. Yeah, please. Help yourself. By all means, Mr. McCadden. This is definitely your kind of field of expertise.
Throwing out paper. I don't know if Jiminy Jillikers is something my character would say, but I'm going to work.
You can say it. You can say it.
Oh, I've heard you on the security footage say Jiminy Jillikers all the time.
Jiminy Jillikers. All right, well, we got expense report for company cards for Starch Network. Maybe that means something to you, copper. And then we got this threat.
This looks, yeah.
It says here, you must face justice for your crimes. The sins of the mob fall on the shoulders of the Vox Populi. How about that, huh?
Well, this sounds like two important pieces of evidence that you found there, Mr. McCann. So why don't you take one of these here? I've got one for notes that we got here, pieces of paper. Where's that Sharpie that you were using there, Mr. Detective? Mr. Security Guard?
He stole it.
Oh, my God.
What a thief. There's the Sharpie I gave you.
Oh.
He's got all the pens in his pockets. What have you done with it? If not, there's a biro. There it is. Perfect. So you've got a couple of here. So, and then, yeah, grab yourself some string and pop it up on the case board. That's what we're all here for. Or perhaps Miss River would like to come and do one, because I think she's very excited.
I'll wait for my turn.
So we have a threatening note and an expense report.
One of these bits of information on the expense report was written in by hand rather than printed.
What are you talking about? That's perfectly printed along with the rest of it. That's all printed by
I feel like
a printed email.
A clue that blows this whole case wide open.
Oh no, maybe maybe it's just your eyes playing tricks on you. That's definitely all printed.
Okay.
If you think that I might be involved, you might think that maybe I did it as well. If you could want to put me up there as a potential suspect.
Shall I put these connected to Jackson Fletcher?
Well, do you think that they're connected to Mr. Fletcher specifically?
Well, they were in his waste paper basket.
Well, if you think that they're connected,
It feels like the note was probably sent to Jackson Fletcher.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But the other one was probably something he was trying to hide.
Although hiding your crucial information in the bin. And if someone's... Did he receive the threatening note and then...
Well, you
threw it out?
mentioned that you might like to speak to Miss Callahan. Would you like me to go and fetch her? While you ruminate on these pieces of evidence that you found, would you like me to go and fetch Miss Callahan and bring her in here? We can do that.
Look, it's only...
I'll let Mr. McHatton finish with the case board, and then I'll go fetch Miss Robin Callahan.
Wait, no, 3. Oh, no, wait, no, you're right. I can't read.
You can't read. So the interesting points on that, he bought a 55mm lens.
He did.
We are in a production.
It is a production house, yeah. Starch Network, they produce a news show.
Makes sense.
City Today is a news show that they do. They put out onto the old television and the wireless. And then they also produce other shows like Vesper, the very show that Mr. Vesper Valerian...
Greatest show on the network.
Yes, absolutely.
I've heard it's fantastic.
Thank you. Big fan?
A huge
This
fan.
is looking good, Mr.
Wonderful.
Very.
It's how I get my styling tips.
Well, you're doing great, darling.
Thank you.
Let's admire Mr. McHatton. Look at this. I love this.
Beautiful.
Oh.
If you want to take a seat down there, Mr. McHatton, I'm gonna go. So you have a think. I'm gonna go fetch Miss Callahan, and then you can ask us some questions.
What I've noticed.
All right. Okay.
Look, it's 2 different cards. But it's so this
That's
card...
a different one as well.
Yeah, no, it's the same as the top
Oh, is
one.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Break in.
So these 3 are made by this card.
2 different cards.
And
yeah.
these 2 are made by that card.
Monorail lens, study of sin disc augmentation, logo design work, assorted flowers.
Yeah.
Lazarus 5W with compress.
Yeah.
Burger fries and a black coffee.
I don't know.
It's
what
funny because some of these are
popular
personal
means.
items and some of them are
I
not.
like the people, right?
Robin Callahan is just in the
Our own
bathroom.
personal items on the...
I may have been misgendering,
that-
Robin.
No,
I'm not
the
sure.
logo
yet.
design work is also.
I'm waiting to find out. Oh, very interesting. Are you examining that briefcase there?
Oh.
I'm just checking it for information.
I will tell you that you will not be able to solve this code until you find or learn the code in other me. The person who was maybe supposed to set the briefcase up wasn't able to set the code properly in time. So it's a good job you haven't opened it.
Right. Because I did get one half of it.
Yes, you actually didn't because you need the special code for it.
Okay.
No more brute forcing. Do you want to?
Good job.
It was a hope that it would be very physical and you would have to figure out the code, but unfortunately we didn't have time to set the code on the briefcase.
Oh, okay.
But once you find the code, obviously easily enough to do.
Sort of the voice of the people.
Yeah.
God, this case.
So I'm noticing on the back wall,
Wait, this case
there's a
or
bunch
that
of
case?
different pieces of information.
Absolutely. If you want to come and have a look at everything.
I would love to. Here, let me just hand you this.
You're free to explore. This is the office. If there are any questions, you'll also notice that I put up a little floor plan here of the office as well. This is the whole studio.
Is
you
this
can
all?
Go to other places.
Is this part of it? This stuff?
You're more than welcome to have a look at it, Mr. McHatton.
It says top secret.
Holy moly!
Oh my god!
Look at the yams on that
Some
doll.
kind of beautiful, a beautiful woman.
Now, I would say you would recognize them actually, Harper Walker. That is Elaine Fletcher.
Why, that's Elaine Fletcher.
That is Mr. Jackson Fletcher's wife, who died several years ago.
And look at this.
I
Mr.
found
Ref.
something as well.
Please try and remember your briefcase. Something 105.
Oh, 105.
I found something important here. It says so in big bold letters. What does it say?
Have everyone take their seats because I've got a suspect.
Oh.
All right. Is it Mr. or Mrs. Callahan? Robin. Miss Callahan, if you come and take a seat here, you can just pop the microphone on there for me, please, as well, ma'am.
My God,
Right,
what happened
Robin,
to you?
Robin, is it?
I've experienced a terrible shock.
Wheel boy? God, I thought we put you away for the heinous crimes you committed.
It's me, Miss Callahan, Robin Callahan.
Okay. You found the body?
Fletcher's personal assistant. Yes, I did. I found the body. This is all tangled up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How am I supposed to work under these conditions?
If you just hold it now, maybe for now, Miss Callahan, you'll be all right.
Okay.
We're just documenting this.
Well, I'll untangle it while they're investigating some of the clues later.
Oh, I've had quite a shock.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. As always, as you know, we're looking into the murder of Mr. Fletcher, and these four are helping with the investigation. They've got some questions for you. So, who wants to ask Miss Callahan some questions?
So, what sort of time did you find the body?
Oh, it must have been around 10 p.m.
Okay.
So we've got a fucking liar, don't we?
And can I ask, what were you doing at the time? What made you go into the room in the first place?
Well, I'm his personal assistant. I do check on him from time to time.
Okay.
He asked me to do things, just like laundry, emails.
Did you hear
Clean
anything
his
prior to
iPad.
finding him? Anything out of the ordinary?
But when?
So before finding the body, did you hear anything out of the ordinary in his office? No. Okay.
What sort of mood had Mr. Fletcher been in all day? Had he been scared or angry, or was he just normal?
Well, the last time I spoke with him before finding him dead was at 8:30 p.m.
Interesting.
And how did he seem?
Alive.
I saw him.
That's good.
He was in his office, and I saw him through a crack in the door because someone was leaving.
Did you get a good look at this person?
Yeah, it was someone I recognised. It was Miss Ashley.
Miss Ashley?
Miss Ashley Mills.
That sounds like very important information, team.
She was looking flustered, dishevelled.
And you say she left at 8:30?
She left at 8:30, yes.
That's the last time you saw him?
That's the last time I saw him. Miss Ashley was leaving his office, 8:30. She was very red-faced.
Okay.
And she was like pulling her clothes back on.
Oh.
My gosh.
That sounds like a very important little detail.
Well, the important detail I found here is that the time of death was 8:45. So if that's to be believed, or between 8:45 and then 9:45, if she left at 8:30, she probably, at least at that point, hadn't killed him yet.
Do we have any more questions for Miss Callahan while you've got Miss Callahan here? I'm going to have to send her back because, we're trying to keep an eye on everybody. So.
Traumatized.
So you didn't go in after and see if he was okay, having seen all this?
He looked more than okay.
Oh.
I didn't want to disturb him.
Do you enjoy your job, Miss Callahan?
I do.
Yeah. No personal issues with the victim.
He did actually, when I saw him, he did actually speak to me. He said I remember now. He said he was going to make a number of phone calls and he didn't want to be disturbed by anyone. Okay. And I respected that and didn't check on him for a whole hour and a half, which is a long time.
Do you know how many bank cards Mr. Fletcher had? Or is that not on the piece of paper?
I do actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I would do that kind of thing for him.
Yeah.
I've got, I wrote down his credit card number and I used it from time to time for him.
Can you give that to us?
Does it end in 9 or 8? Or what the other option was? 9 or 8?
Well, I had it written on my desk, but the note with it on has gone missing.
Oh.
The note with it
I got a question for you, Miss Callahan. Do you know the combination to his briefcase? Yeah.
His private briefcase? No, I wouldn't ever dare touch that.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Oh, so there was a note on his desk that had his card number on it?
On my desk, yes. I wrote
your
down his credit card number because I had to buy things for him, you see.
But that note is now missing.
Yeah, I have lost it, yes.
Oh.
What kind of things were you buying for Mr. Fletcher?
Probably be
just the regular stuff that he. Okay, I'll tell you everything.
Thank you.
One final question: how did you kill him?
How did you kill him? I feel like
What did you look like when you shot him?
I feel like you're holding out on us. You spill these beans.
Okay, I was secretly using his credit card number, but only to buy school books and supplies for my child.
We're gonna send you to prison for the rest of your life.
All right, Mr. Walker, you're just a security guard. You don't get to make those kind of decisions.
Did you happen to buy the study of sin disk augmentation, Miss Callahan?
It does sound like something Miss Callahan would buy.
That's what my boy is studying, yes.
From Hammer Books.
Yes, I bought that.
And did you treat yourself to some Lazarus 5 with compress afterwards.
Wait a second, that's a gun.
Oh, well, that's probably good to know.
So you think that that's a gun, Mr. Walker? The Lazarus 5 with a compressor. You think it's a gun? Because Miss Callahan just admitted that she had the credit card that bought the...
Did you buy a gun and then you shot our noble leader, Jackson Fletcher?
Of course not.
In the chest?
No.
Because you were stealing money from him.
It was on the
To
same
buy
card.
books for your idiot child who doesn't know how to read. I've met your child. They wouldn't be allowed in any school in this town.
Well, they're doing their best. Their grades are up on the improvement.
Oh, well, congratulations. That's actually nice to hear.
They got a B yesterday.
A B.
B.
B stands for bad, Miss
Okay,
Callahan.
everyone write down B. I think this is crucial information. That's going to blow this case wide open.
Well, does anybody have any more questions for Miss Callahan?
I would like to question her child.
Well, her child is unfortunately not here.
But you must know your home phone number, right?
I do, of course.
Get your child on the line.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. There you go, here he is.
How's the start? What's their name?
Timmy.
Timmy.
Timmy, my surname.
Callahan.
Callahan.
Timmy, my surname. Okay.
That's his middle name.
Right.
Hello.
Is your mother a criminal?
My mother's lovely woman, how dare you? Who is this?
Did she buy a gun?
A gun?
Did she shoot our boss?
No.
How are the studies going?
Okay, thanks. Are you my new dad?
Well, we'll see how this night goes. I don't feel like it's off to a great start, because your mum could be a murderer.
Harper, ask him if he got a B on his latest test. What did he got on his latest test?
What did you get on your latest test?
I got a B.
Okay.
Okay, check that.
Okay, they've given this information to us.
She's all clear.
So it must be
Don't tell my mum, because B means bad.
B for bad. Okay. You're a good kid, Timmy. I feel like we've got other things to investigate. By the way, there's been a horrific murder, so hope you have nightmares. Peace.
With that,
Did you have his credit card on the Monday the 9th? Do you know?
If that was more than 2 days ago, then yes.
I don't know
it
the
is.
date.
That would be older.
Oh.
So it sounds like that was that purchase was made after Miss Callahan lost the note, or is claiming to have lost the note at least.
Okay.
When did you lose the note?
A few days ago, I noticed it had gone missing.
Okay.
Interesting.
Any further questions, Miss Callahan? I was going to send Miss Callahan back out to the main office.
I think we know what we need to know.
All right. Thank you very much.
I just want to say, if you're looking for a suspect, Egan Mills was being absolutely horrid to me all night, and he made me cry.
Egan Mills.
And I did notice that he was mean. He was in a bad mood.
Is that any connection to Ashley Mills?
Yes.
How?
They're partners. They're spouses.
Oh. They were
Very
roommates.
good.
All right.
One last thing. When you came in and you spoke to Fletcher after seeing Ashley Mills walking out with her doing up her clothes, did it smell like they'd been fucking?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And is this Timmy's handwriting?
No.
Okay,
Timmy can't write.
Oh, how'd he get a B?
Because B is bad.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
B stands for
B
bad.
stands for bad.
Your kid's an idiot.
That's right. Right. All right. Well, thank you very much, Miss
Can I
Callahan.
ask one more question?
One more question. All right. One more question. I'm going to send Miss Callahan out.
That's why I had to buy the book.
That's,
Oh God, of course. Actually, it checks out.
Harper, as I told you, I thought I heard some odd noises coming from.
You're good, Miss Callahan. You've done very well.
I thought I heard some odd noises come from the makeup room in the bathrooms, and I'd seen Robin Callahan go in there just before 8:30 p.m. And yeah, the security was down, and I heard Jackson inside. I snuck back down, but encountered the janitor Blake McHatton putting something in the trash.
No. I mean, no.
All right. Any further questions for Miss Callahan?
What were you doing in that makeup room?
I'm doing my makeup. Okay, so just for the alibi's sake,
They're important.
I was chilling out at the party, running people's needs, doing errands, all that crap. Saw Ashley Mills at 8:30, and then I came downstairs. Egan Mills was mean to me and made me cry, so I had a crying time for a bit and a quiet room. And then I saw a few people hanging out. I saw Alex Takara looking in the studio corridor, looking nervous. I passed Vesper Valerian on the stairs, but she didn't notice me. And I went to the break room and saw Black McHatton starting to collect trash. So I helped him collect trash because that's part of my job.
And what sort of time was that?
That was in the time when I don't know, between 8:30 and 10.
Okay.
I will say it is very convenient that you found the notes in the trash bin that we saw you put in there.
I didn't put those notes in there, see? I ain't been in the office, or I
I
would have been in the
should
body.
point out, Mr. Vesper, this is a very large office. We're currently up in the executive office out here. But this, it sounds like they were clearing up trash down here in the main.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is, there's more than one room. Thank you very much, Miss Callahan. If you can take that microphone off, actually, and leave that here for somebody else in case they want to speak to some more people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you, Miss Callahan. You're not going to prison. Don't worry.
Yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Sure.
All right. Well, who wants to come and put up? We've got. Do you think that Miss Callahan needs to go up on the board? If you do, then this is the perfect time to do so. So make yourself available. Yeah, like I said, everything around here interacts.
While you're doing that, I want to check those coats over there.
The coats. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would like to check those notes that I was checking out. Earlier.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Also, where were you three at the time of the murder?
We can run through all that in a minute.
At the time of the murder, I was just admiring myself in the mirror.
Staring into the eyes of a killer, perhaps.
No.
Okay, I don't know if this is part of the evidence or not, but it's a picture of Dav.
Suspicious.
Is that actually?
No. That is a leftover Polaroid left in a jacket. But we can definitely keep it and put it up on the board.
That's quite
It's a
lovely,
very cute
isn't it?
one.
Am I allowed to take
This
these
guy,
off the wall?
the mayor of this
But
town.
I will tell you this, Mr. Valerian. All of the paperwork that you're looking at right now up on that wall, that appears to be part of a new show that was being developed. This is like a brainstorming.
I see.
So nothing that you're looking at right now, any of those papers up on that wall, don't appear to be connected to the case.
You said that wall.
Oh, that was the wall you were looking at.
Yeah.
Van Wheelboy.
Oh yeah, there was one more thing I found it. When I was looking at the desk, I forgot to mention.
Oh, yes, you found this.
It was this envelope, and it said, "The photos you requested." And inside, there's a photograph. Oh my God. You won't believe it. It's two people getting it on.
Oh my gosh, is that smut? What does it say on the back?
My
It
God.
says October 17th, St. Pierre Hotel, 9:30, subjects Jackson Fletcher and Ashley Mills. Read it yourself, copper.
Sounds like there might have been a little affair going on here. Do you think that this is evidence enough that you want to put it up on the case board, somebody? Evidence of an affair?
I found some very important information.
What? Rav sucks.
Put it on the
I don't know
board.
who Ravs is.
We'll put it on the board.
Very important.
Very important.
Any other questions, or would you like to speak to anybody? I can go fetch some other suspects for you if you'd like.
Well, I can tell you guys
What
a
I-
couple of things about myself here.
Okay.
So at 9:15, during the party, you see, I finished work at around 7, but when the storm hit, Mr. Fletcher told me to stay behind and enjoy the party. I stored my janitor caddy by the elevator to keep it out of the way, and I grabbed a beer and I sat in the break room till about 8 o'clock. 9:15, I'm getting bored. I decide to do a little cleaning, save some time tomorrow. Taking the trash out to my cart, and Robin Callahan helped me tidy up, and she thanked me for that. And then she stayed in the break room. I saw you, Vesper Valerian, by the elevator.
True.
And you gave me a smoke.
I did.
I
I did give
appreciated
you a
that.
smoke. Yeah.
That's what I was doing. So I was either with Callahan or...
So this would have been,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
point out, this would have been this elevator down here by the main office.
Yeah.
This elevator, these two floors are connected. You can't access the other floors while the storm is in effect, but you can access the Stark network floors together. So both of the stairs, there's two sets of stairs, one over here leading up to here, and then the lift and another set of stairs leading to here. So this would have been, you would have met each other down at this lift right here. All right.
So I myself...
if you would like a copy of this, I can give you a nice closer-up copy if you'd like to have a look.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that.
Absolutely. There's,
So
two
myself,
floors.
from 7 to 8 p.m., I mostly spoke with Egan Mills and Ashley Mills, funnily enough.
Egan Mills and Ashley Mills, they're copping up quite a lot.
I did. I have been talking to them. And then the story I just talked about, where I had seen Robin Callahan go into the makeup and bathrooms just before, after 8:30 p.m. And I snuck into Jackson Fletcher's office, where I heard Jackson inside.
Wait, you snuck into the dead man's office?
Yeah, apparently.
That
What
feels
sort of-
quite damning.
What sort of time did you?
This was just before 9.
Wow.
Why exactly were you
pretty
sneaking?
interesting.
Why were
Very
you breaking into the office? Why were you sneaking into the office?
Well, so because I thought I heard some odd noises coming from the makeup room bathrooms, they were to check, giving with everything to get into Jackson Fletcher's office.
Very
But I heard
naughty.
He's gone
Can't
very
understand what they're saying.
when I heard Jackson inside, I snuck back down, but encountered the janitor Black Manhattan.
Blake.
Yeah, it says Black.
Blake, goddammit.
Putting something.
Pretty sure
in
it's spelled Blake.
So
but,
this was in the office.
What was in the office?
I saw you putting something in the trash,
No, you didn't.
and I did.
No, you didn't.
You saw him
And I
put something in the
pretend-
trash?
No,
I-
you saw
and then
me
I-
empty in the trash, maybe. I wasn't putting nothing in the
No,
trash.
no, I saw you putting something in the
I
trash.
don't know nothing about that.
What time was that you saw him?
Just before 9, I saw him putting something in the trash in Jackson Fletcher's office.
I don't know
So-
nothing about that.
What do you know about that note? Sorry, continue.
And yeah, after that I went into the break room and I tried to wait for another chance to sneak back into the office, but I never got the chance.
So you were in his office at 9.
Well, just before 9.
Was there a dead body on the floor?
No.
Okay. That seems important.
Blake,
Sounds like you're building up quite a timeline here.
what do you know about this, Blake?
I don't know nothing about that.
You were suspiciously the first person to find it, though.
Well, yeah, it was in the trash.
Yeah.
And he's a janitor.
And you
But you put something
I
in the
didn't
trash.
put nothing in the
I
trash.
saw you
Now,
putting
are you
something
sure
in the
about
trash.
that?
Mr. Valerian, are you sure that you saw them put something in trash in the office, or did you perhaps see them put some trash when you met each other at the lift down here? Because I believe, Mr. McHatton, you said that you left your janitor trolley
That's
down
right.
here, right?
I left my janitor
That'd be where
trolley
you
there
put
by
some
the
trash.
elevator.
Maybe you were putting that trash you said you were cleaning up, right?
Exactly, that's right. Taking the trash out to my janitor's trolley, I saw Robin Callahan. She helped me tidy up, thanked me. She stayed in the break room. I saw Vesper Valerian by the elevator.
No. I got my
You
thoughts
got the
mixed
elevators
up.
mixed
When I
up.
snuck away, that's when I saw you putting something in the trash downstairs. You're right.
I mean, it's
you're
very
right.
suspicious. Somebody admitted to sneaking around. I mean, you still don't really know why exactly that is.
So you also gave a cigarette to
I did.
to Blake.
Yeah, I did.
Conveniently, just before this murder all happened.
How was that convenient?
Keeping well.
That gives me an alibi.
Of course, he's gonna hang around outside and smoke a cigarette. Did you stay with him that whole time?
No.
No.
Because it was also around this time that you told me that you'd been hearing some noises coming from the makeup room, and
It's true.
I went off to explore that.
What did
Again, getting another person out of the way. You didn't happen to run into River?
No,
No,
I can't
into
say I did. No. I
River,
can't
did
say
you
I
run
did.
into Vesper just
No,
before this?
I seem to be the only person you didn't see, including the dead man.
Speaking of which,
Building quite a case.
Ms. Amaria, apparently I've noticed you staying behind late quite a lot lately and lingering around Dakota Fletcher's office door. And one of the other things, when I'm cleaning up, I've noticed quite a few lockpick scratches on some of the office doors lately, like someone's trying to break in. But I guess that might have been you, Vesper Valerian.
What did you see?
Picking locks and such. You
I
said you
wouldn't
was
do
breaking
such a
into
thing.
office.
I didn't pick any locks.
How'd you get into his office?
It was open.
It was open because you'd picked the lock.
No.
Now, just in case I want to refresh your memory, Dakota Fletcher is Jackson Fletcher's son. So if you don't know, they're a producer here at Starch Network.
Oh, of course.
So Dakota Fletcher is the son, is a producer.
Is he alive?
Dakota, yeah.
Oh,
Would you like to
he's-
speak? I can go and speak if you want to speak to him.
Oh,
So
you can
you've
talk
been
to
hanging around the
Dakota.
son's door. Oh, you're probably having a...
Yeah, we could go. Yeah, why don't we bring Dakota in here? Well, we certainly could.
I think we probably have more questions.
What's going on with you?
Would you like to, I can bring somebody in if you'd like to speak.
River, you're looking awful flustered at the moment.
Bring him in. We'll see what he has to say.
All right. I'll bring him over. So I'll go see if he's free. He might be in the bathroom, but I'll go check. Is there anybody else you'd like to speak to in case Dakota's...
Those Mills, Mr. and Mrs. Mills.
You want them both or just one?
Well, it's up to one at a time.
I'll try and see which one I can get. I'll try and see which one I can get. All right. Talk amongst yourselves.
Now, Harper. Sorry, Blake. I mean,
that's.
It's pronounced Black.
Blake.
Apparently, yeah, Blake.
Just do the Malaki brothers mean anything to you?
The
I don't know about that.
Well, you seem to have a history with them.
I used to know those guys a little bit.
All right. I've got Mr. Dakota Fletcher here.
Oh.
Mr. Fletcher, will you come in and take a seat over here? Thank you, please, Mr. Fletcher. Come on in. Just pop that microphone on for you. Oh, what a gentleman, what a gentleman. Just pop that microphone on, please, Mr. Fletcher. These people, they're helping me with the investigation into the death of your father.
He seemed very upbeat for someone whose father just died.
I think he's just a very cool guy.
Right.
But yes, they're helping me with the investigation. They got some questions they'd like to ask you.
What the fudge is this, dude?
You're a producer.
I think Miss Callahan Miss Callahan had some issues with that.
Oh, God, you're joking me. Bloody hell.
What's a Zad?
What is this accent?
I don't know.
What is the accent? It's whatever accent you want it to be. Sunshine. Oh, bloody hell. What am I doing here?
Maybe just clip it on. Like, there's the microphone at the bottom. That's it.
I'm untangling it.
Oh, I see. Okay, very good. That's very
Need
useful.
any help?
Very
I
useful
can clip that on you if you want. No,
I'm okay, thanks, darling.
Got it. Okay.
Right, hit me.
So, your father's dead.
Yeah.
Shot in the nipples.
Yeah. Shit happens.
Shit
bloody happens.
Shit does happen.
You don't seem very upset about this.
Why would I be?
It's your dad.
It is what it is.
Damn.
Copious notes are being made.
What do you want to know? I'm busy. I'm a busy man. I've got things to do.
What do you do?
You work for us.
Okay. Well, what do I do? I'll tell you what I do. I'm a senior producer for the Starch Network.
You didn't know what a microphone was.
What do you think about the programming at the moment in the
in this
network?
room? Bloody fantastic. People have done a great job.
Senior producer. Any big changes happening recently with anything going on in the Starch Productions?
Not much really. I've worked my way up to the top. A lot of hard work really, and people like to think that just because my dad was the boss that that's why I'm where I am. But I work hard. I work really hard.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mr. Dakota Fletcher here is one of the senior producers on the City Today, which is the big news show.
Right.
Doesn't necessarily work with Mr. Valerian on his show so much, but works mainly with Egan Mills and Ashley Mills. Egan Mills on the City Today.
Can I ask what was the relationship between you and your father like?
All right.
Yeah.
Good mind. Yeah. He was okay.
All right.
It was just my dad. You know.
He's lying dead here on the floor in front of you.
Well. What am I meant to do? Cry? Do you want me to cry about it?
Yes.
Like I said, I'm a busy man. I'm taking time out of my day.
What about any other relationships? Any girlfriend or wife or anything, or just?
No.
No. Okay, that's very important
I'm
information.
single.
Thank you.
I'm
yep.
single.
Yeah. What do you think of
Underline
Ashley Mills?
Ashley Mills. I'll tell you what I think about Ashley Mills. I'll tell you what I think about Ashley Mills. She's fine. She's fine. I know her and my dad were close.
We heard the room smelled like fucking.
I don't really want to talk about it.
Is this a sore point for you?
No, it's not a sore point at all. No. It's not a sore point at all. I'm sorry.
Were you excited to have a new mom?
No, I was not excited to have a new mum. I was not.
You were not. You were not.
I fucking was not.
What do you think of her? What do you think of her? Go a bit deeper here.
She's fine.
She's just fine.
Yeah.
He can go
Anything more than just fine?
She was fine. How do you know about what? Do you know? How do you know about what?
Well,
we know she was fucking your father.
How do you know that?
oh, there is a picture of it on that board there.
Oh, for God's sake!
There's a picture.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fletcher. That is evidence. That needs to stay on the case board, I'm afraid. But,
Look, I'm a cool guy. I'm cool as a cucumber. I don't care about that. I don't care about. Oh. Bloody hell, I dropped my extra large condoms.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm going to need them back.
No, they're evidence.
It seems like none of them have ever been used.
They're sealed surprisingly still.
No, well, I bought a multi-pack and, fucking do a lot of fucking myself.
Yeah? Who have you been fucking?
Yeah. Who haven't I been? You're better off asking.
Well...
What about River?
Have you had sex with me?
You tell me. Play your cards right. You might get a chance, Sunshine.
Can I ask, what do you think of River?
River?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I think about River. Right now. I don't mind about River.
You don't mind?
Yeah. Okay, the person or the body of water?
No, her.
Oh, River, of course. Yeah, she's all right.
She's all right.
She's cool.
Yeah.
I understand that you and River, you did have a brief dalliance. You did date for a little while, but you broke things off.
Who haven't I dated?
That's very true. That seems to be the case.
And
Wow, it's the 1970s and they've got fidget spinners. The technology it's real advanced right now.
Bloody hell yeah.
another very important question. Once you've been with someone, do you ever go back to that same person, or is it like a wham, bam, and done sort of situation?
Give it up.
This is very important to the case.
Never.
Oh.
Never. One and done.
Oh. I don't care anymore.
Any other questions from Mr. Fletcher?
So I want to go back to Egan.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I feel there's more to this.
What's the point of going back? He don't go back.
Have you and Egan ever done anything together?
Egan?
Yeah.
No, never. Oh, you joking me?
Why
never. I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a player.
Yeah.
But I would never touch Egan with a 10-foot pole.
Why is that?
Because I don't want to.
Why not?
Why not?
No.
No. I just don't like her.
You don't? Why do you not like her?
Well, I'm sorry. She's just not a very nice person. She's never treated me with respect.
Let's maybe not use gender terms, because I'm not sure exactly whether Egan Mills is male or female at this point.
Exactly.
So let's just.
What do you not like about them?
Everything. What is there to like?
Everything.
Nothing. My mum
said they were fine earlier.
My mum once said, if you haven't got something good to say, don't say it at all.
That's from Bambi.
It's from Up. Phil.
Bambi was before Up.
No, it wasn't.
Sorry, do you mean Ashley Mills or Egan Mills?
I mean Ashley.
I mean Egan Mills.
Okay, Egan. Oh, he doesn't like Egan.
Okay.
So
I'm sick of this. I'm sorry.
Up is available on Starch Plus if you're a subscriber.
Right.
What's up?
It's a lovely
Not much,
film.
you.
So where were you between the times of 8:45 and 9:45?
Where was I? At 9:45. Well, nowhere. We chatted to Egan for a bit.
To Egan.
But you
Yeah.
hated Egan.
I
You
would.
don't like Egan, though.
You hate Egan.
So,
Whereabouts was
we
this?
still chat. She's hiding.
Just hiding.
We are investigating the murder of your father, and you are hiding.
I wasn't hiding.
Egan was.
Egan was hiding.
Do you know why?
I don't really know why. I didn't really care.
Where?
But I just had some news that I had to share, and that's all I'm saying.
What was the news?
That's all I'm
What's the
saying.
news?
That's all I'm bloody saying.
Well, I happened to be, for no particular reason, outside your office at around 8:15.
I noticed that. I noticed that.
Well, oh, you noticed?
I noticed, yeah.
And I heard you sort of arguing with Egan. So what was that argument about?
Well, just
Was it about getting back with women you've been with before?
never going back. Absolutely
Oh,
never
okay.
going back.
Okay, but
No.
maybe that's on the cards. Yeah.
Maybe it's something to do with that
Just
picture. Maybe it wasn't.
That picture. Is that the news you were talking about?
Maybe. I'm not saying.
Ashley and your
I don't
dad.
want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Have you seen this picture before?
I don't want to talk about it.
Did you ask for this picture to be taken?
I don't want to look at it. Give me those back. Give me those back.
This
Extra
picture.
girth.
This picture.
Stop it. Stop it. Right, okay. I told her. I told her about it. I told her bloody about it.
So you told Egan about your
picture.
father and Ashley's dalliances.
I may have mentioned it in passing.
Why?
Why not?
You were trying to drive them apart. Were you in love with Ashley Mills?
I was not in love
You-
with Ashley Mills.
Were you in love with Ashley
Take
Mills?
that back.
You were sad that your father got in there first, replacing your poor dead mother. And you You wanted her for your own.
I didn't want her for my own. I did not want her for my own.
I believe him. I don't think he. No, I don't think
no,
he would
exactly.
have. No, I don't think he would have allowed that to
exactly.
me. No,
I think
that's
your judgment
ridiculous.
is compromised.
Oh,
I don't think
the
it
judgment's
is.
not compromised.
I just want to check in. Mr. McHatton, do you have any questions for Mr.
I
Fletcher?
got no questions.
You got no
at
questions?
all.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Go on.
Nice fucking jacket, dude.
Is that a question?
Is it a fire warden? Can I see? Oh, hell yeah.
Ow.
Well,
Got a big.
Any further questions for Mr. Fletcher? Otherwise, I'm going to send him back to maybe give you some time to think.
It's important.
Okay.
Do you have a
Wait.
gun?
Sorry?
Do you have a gun?
I've got a fidget spinner,
Do you have access to company credit cards?
potentially.
Potentially.
Everyone does.
You've got your own.
Everyone does.
You've got your own company card, Mr.
Oh, right then, I do.
Yeah.
He has his own company card.
And what card is that?
Just a credit card.
Just a credit card.
Just a credit
Is
card.
it ending in an 8 or a 9?
No, he doesn't have that one.
Exactly, and I don't have that one.
Oh, you don't have that one.
so before you were telling Egan about your sleuthing work about Ashley and your father, where were you before you met up with Egan?
Just chilling. At home. Went in about 8:15.
Oh, the lockdown was at 7.
You came to the party, Mr. Fletcher. I know that you've maybe had a bit to drink, but you were here from 7.
Yeah, I was here from 7, but before that I was chilling at home.
Right.
Drove down in my Range Rover. And
Range Rover.
Drives a Range Rover.
What a ride.
It is, yeah, it is a ride. It's a hell of a ride. The Stallion.
I'll say.
Stallion.
The Stallion.
She didn't do it. Do you happen to know any 3-digit numbers that might be important to your father?
I don't think so. Look, you could check my bank histories and my credit card if you really want to. You're welcome to. Because I will guarantee you will not find anything on there.
Can we get a statement of your credit card?
You can get a statement on my credit card, I don't care. If you're worried.
Yeah, I can make something like that happen.
If you're worried about it, that's fine.
I would love a statement. Yeah.
And it would really help to have your phone number as
No,
well,
no.
just in case we have any further questions.
To do with the crime, do I need to give my phone number?
Yeah. I
Your
think.
your phone number? It would be useful for us to have your phone number, Mr. Fletcher, just in case I need to contact you after all of this is being done.
Right, okay. Well...
I mean, I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to give it to Miss Amari, but I would need your
Right,
number,
because I've changed my phone number 3 times. And you seem to keep finding it. River.
Any further questions for Mr. Fletcher?
Why'd you like playing Hard to Get?
I'm not
All right.
playing...
No more questions from Miss
One final
Amari.
question.
Yes.
What do you think of Rabs?
Of Rabs?
Yeah.
Bit of a knob.
Checks out.
Checks out.
All right. In that case, Mr. Fletcher, thank you very much. If you can take the microphone off and head back on out to the main office. Maybe we'll call you in again if they have any further
Yeah, I
questions.
think we will.
No.
You have further questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fletcher.
Don't forget your extra large condoms.
No, those are evidence. Those are evidence.
Come on.
He did not take after his father.
I'm going to use my very fancy detective gadget here. You said you wanted to check his credit card.
Yes.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. If you can show me the statement from previously, I can identify that. Mr. Dakota Fletcher's card is this one, the one that ends in 0018. That is his company card.
That did not buy the gun.
So I would know the Lazarus is a gun.
Here, a souvenir.
I would say that you and maybe some other people here, maybe some of the other suspects, would know that the Lazarus Mark V is a gun and compressor, or often used as a suppressor. Would make sense. Nobody heard the gunshots. Two or more gunshots. Nobody heard them. You guys didn't hear any gunshots.
That's not how compressors work.
It is in this
Universe,
reality.
compressor is another word for suppressor.
I see.
Yeah.
Even they are not quiet.
No, it's the same thing. They're perfectly silent.
I think we should talk to these Mr. and Mrs. Mills one at a time.
Get the Mills.
All right, you want to speak to them one at a time? I can bring them both in potentially.
Oh,
but if you
that
want
sounds way more hilarious.
It does sound fun.
Get the Mills. Maybe we'll have a bus stop.
How about we start with Ashley and then we bring Egan in?
Like Maury
Jerry
Povich
Springer.
show.
You want to start with one and then bring
Start
one
with
in?
Ashley and then bring
Can
Egan in.
we get it so Egan is like hiding behind the chair, and then we have a grand reveal.
We do have a small screen over there. I
Get
can
yes.
We do only have one microphone.
Yes. No, we only have one microphone.
That's fine. He can scream. He's going to anyway.
They can share.
We have two, apparently.
Okay, we have two.
Just.
He said they can share it between
They can share between them, exactly.
But
that was my AI assistant.
Let's have Egan hiding behind the screen.
Okay.
And then we bring Ashley in.
All right,
Just like Jerry
before
Springer
I go and fetch
Shit.
Egan and Ashley Mills, are there any other questions you have for me, or is there anything you'd like to examine? Would you like to put anything up on the board? You got a lot of information.
Let me just have a little nose around here again.
Absolutely, and also don't forget, come and put your information on the board. If it's not on the case board, it doesn't count towards the case. Anything you want to have as evidence needs to be up here.
So the code that we found a bit of a code.
Sound like you found a bit of a code.
Right, but we do need another bit.
You do need another bit, but if you can get, I would say if you can get 2 more numbers for that case, you would then be able to brute force the last one because you'll just be able to check the last one going through all the digits.
Right. Okay.
Did we find this?
Oh.
Oh, that
Didn't
does
seem
say
like you did.
important.
No, that seems like another clue.
The one that says important?
Huh.
It was right there on the table. I don't know why none of you guys didn't look at it before.
This says Starch Network employee records.
Oh.
Jackson Fletcher, Dakota Fletcher, Egan Mills, Alex Takara, Robin Callahan, Harper Walker, Vesper Valerian, River Amari, and Black McCatton. I guess that is my name.
I think the cruncher maybe had one of those spell checkers and it kept changing Blake to Black.
Black McCadden.
That is how you know you're appreciated at this job.
Yeah, he's just the janitor. Maybe they didn't take too much appreciation from Mr. McCadden.
Blake
there are some
McCadden.
interesting
Your
notes.
boy toy.
Yeah, that's me.
Arrested for assault, theft, and manslaughter 10 years ago.
With who?
Everybody's got a past.
Did you get, now the two of you just missed something pretty important.
Oh,
He's a murderer.
what?
Hey, manslaughter, pal.
A
Get it straight.
manslaughterer.
Wait, I did hear of this. You worked with the Malaki brothers.
Yeah, well, that was a long time ago. I did some work for them, and something got out of hand, and I had to straighten some guy out, and turns out he died.
Turns out he died.
Yeah, I killed him.
How?
But, let me just.
Wouldn't that be a Lazarus 5 with a compressor?
Had to beat him up.
You beat him up.
Yeah, I got 8 years in the can for
Did you
that.
beat him up with a gun?
No, I beat him up with my fists.
Fisticuffs.
Yeah. Beat him up and I kicked him a little bit. And spat on him, kicked him again, and he died.
Was the spitting really necessary?
Well,
I mean,
got carried away, like I said. But,
one murder in the past. Could that convince me? Is Mr. McHatton the type to kill again?
Hey, Mr.
A former
Fletcher,
criminal.
No, Mr. Fletcher gave me a second chance, and I ain't gonna blow it. I ain't going back inside. See, see,
see.
I have a question.
All right, absolutely, Mr. Murray.
Did Dakota stand to gain anything from his daddy dying?
As in terms of the company? I mean, not really. This wasn't like a company owned. This is a subsidiary of Starch Cola. So Mr. Fletcher didn't own anything of Starch Network, and Dakota Fletcher was already a pretty senior producer.
But there was some nepotism involved.
How dare you? He is a hard worker.
That is certainly the rumor that's been stirred around. Now, whether that's true or not,
I don't think there's any truth. Don't even write that down.
What have you found on there, Mr. Walker? Have you found anything of interest?
Just a lot of stink.
I found something pretty interesting here about yourself, Walker. You were suspended without pay 6 years ago, and the incident was redacted from your record. What was that for, huh?
It's a dark period. Dark period in time. It was a terrible case. One that's done almost as bad as this.
Well, we all got our histories, huh? I ain't gonna press you on it.
Did you kill a man too? Because that is awful suspicious.
I didn't kill a person, but maybe I should have.
I noticed, by the way, that
ominous, very ominous.
Dakota bought some flowers for someone on the 7th.
Just want to see some of your evidence.
Absolutely. I mean, this is all for some sort of TV show. It seems that they were working on. None of that's of particular importance.
Okay, I'm gonna write some evidence on the.
Absolutely. Please get it up on the board.
So these is the
I'm going to set this lovely picture of Mrs. Fletcher, Miss Elaine Fletcher, up here as well.
Oh, she's upside down.
She's upside down. Thank you very much, Mr. Amari.
You don't want those falling out.
This is the evidence cards, correct?
That's for generally. I use that for like notes or papers that you found. You can use any of the symbols that you think apply.
Okay. So
now I should also, as well, one thing I'll tell you about. I'll remind you all.
I can't tell you.
I do have my detective scanner with me now. I can look for fingerprints, but the amount of times I can scan it is probably going to be quite limited. It's low on power.
Okay.
So if you really want to check something for fingerprints, I can do it, but I'm not sure how many times you're going to be able to use that. So you really want to let me know when you've got a real solid piece of evidence, solid case.
Will we know who the fingerprints belong to?
It will determine them as sets, and then you will have to try and analyze them or examine them against something else.
How many scans have we got?
Could be 4, could be 5, could be 6, could be 7.
An appropriate amount, okay.
It will be a dramatic number of scans.
Because I'm kind of curious about that note.
That note
I
up
feel
there.
like that that's a
Would you like me to scan and see if there are any fingerprints on it at all? That doesn't cost anything. That's just a quick scan. That won't cost any power.
If you can scan that note,
Yeah, give it a people.
All right, let me. I'm gonna let Mr.
The one that
Mr.
says
Valerian
Rav
get out of the way.
sucks.
All
the
right,
one that
here
says
we go.
Rav sucks. No, the threatening note.
All right, well, I've scanned it.
Yeah.
There is a single set of prints on that note. Now I can use my scanner to try and. If you can find me something else, I can try and identify them. I can lock them in. I can determine which. So I'll assign a letter to each set. So each person of individual fingerprints will be given a letter. So for example, if I were to scan your fingerprints, Mr. Harper, maybe I'd set them as fingerprint set H. H for Harper. Right? And then if I found anything else that matched your fingerprints, they would also flag up as set H. All right?
Interesting. So, what letter would you have assigned those fingerprints?
Well, I would have to use one of the charges on my scanner to do that.
Okay.
To determine a set, and then you'll be able to cross-examine it against something later.
Interesting.
So
Do
if
we
you
think
that
that's-
note's important, I can use one of the points. So I can use one of my uses.
You see, maybe he's just getting threats all the time. He's the head of some kind of network, and
It's very likely.
people.
I mean, Mister, you're the head of security. Have there been any incidents like that in the past?
There have been threatening things in recent times. It's why I've been upping my
You're upping your game.
my security of the office.
So if we take a look at what we found so far, we've got our victim, Jackson Fletcher, here. We know the time of death was between 8:45 and 9:45. Mr. Fletcher assumingly received a threatening note that he then tossed away into his trash, along with an expense report for the business. We then have Robin Callahan, the personal assistant who found the body about 10 p.m. here. And we also know that Robin had access to the credit card that bought a gun with a compressor/suppressor.
Well, listen, I remember what the credit card thing said. So.
And do you want to add any? You can also come up and add any details or add any extra stuff that you want.
Can I ask, River, why is there no notes for you?
I'm just very unremarkable.
Same for Robin Callahan. No notes.
Yeah, just no notes. Perfect.
Do we have the Mills?
Would you want me to go and fetch them?
Yeah, can we do the
All right.
whole?
I'll bring.
Hide one.
Egan Mills, come in. You want to question Egan first?
No, just hide.
Just
Egan
straight
and-
hide, and then bring Ashley in.
Yeah, I think
All
that
right.
sounds like
All right.
dramatic. Dramatic reveal.
I like that.
I do have a flair for the dramatic. I learned when I was an enforcer.
Of course.
I've just noticed, is that a bullet by that chair?
What?
My God!
Oh my God!
Don't touch it! Don't touch it!
Do we have tweezers here?
Tweezers?
We found a bullet.
We got a bullet case right here.
Well, I've got. Let's leave that
Oh,
for
hold
now.
on,
Let's
hold
speak with Mr. Mills because I've got
Yeah,
Mr. Mills
let's
here.
get Mr. Mills.
Now, I know you wanted.
spotted.
I will pick that up in just a second. But I should point out. So I've got Mr. Mills ready to go.
Yeah.
But Ashley Mills is not available just yet. So we're not gonna be able to do the surprise thing. Maybe in about 30 minutes after we have a little break, we can bring them in.
Right.
But would you like to speak to Mr. Egan Mills first?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Mills, come on in here. Come on in here, Mr. Mills.
I ain't Mr. Mills. I ain't being thrown in here for no reason. I'm Jack. I don't know why I'm being thrown in here, though. I'm not even had anything to do with this.
What?
I don't even know.
Who's?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is Mr. Egan Mills. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you're Mr. Egan Mills.
I ain't Mr. Eagle Mills. I'm Jack Harper, the Jack Takara, chief of technician around here.
Alex Takara,
Alex Takara. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
He don't even
All right,
know
that's
his own
weird.
name.
I asked for Egan Mills.
Is it really Brighton here or something? I don't know.
It's very bright in here.
Why did you get Alex? Who's Alex?
I don't know. I asked for Egan Mills. They sent me Alex Takara. Well, this is Alex Takara.
It's been a crazy day. My head's a bit scattered, but you know, I'll get in there. Sorry, I'm Alex.
What does this guy do? I mean,
He's
what
the
is this
chief
client?
technician.
I'm chief technician. I look after everything around here. You got fully wire. The servers are down. Anything like that.
Oh,
I'm
this
mad.
guy's out of his Gordon Noprazine.
He
That's a
is.
stimulant.
Hey, where do you hear that from? That's not me. That ain't me at all.
Wouldn't be
Look like
him.
that.
No, I don't think he is.
Alex?
Look at this. It ain't covered by company health policy.
Oh, that's crazy.
Meant to be pretty.
That's
No,
crazy.
no. My bathroom breaks are all sanctioned. It's just I have a really weird diet: Taco Bell, Mountain Dew, Cheetos, all the rest
Makes
of it.
sense. Makes sense.
Just regular bathroom breaks.
Yeah, makes sense.
I have a
Okay.
question for you, Alex. Lovely Robin earlier said that she saw you on the night of the party and you were looking awful nervous and suspicious.
Of course I'm there. I work here every night, you know. I was here at the start. I've got a list of tasks to do. Everybody's giving it to me. You know, I'm the go-to guy. I get everything done.
Well,
So,
why would
I
you be
was
so
right here.
suspicious in such a familiar setting?
I ain't suspicious. I don't know why you're saying that at all.
What's
wrong with your eye,
suspicious
Mr.
right
Cannon?
now?
It's just really bright in here.
Don't
It's really,
worry
really
about
bright.
it. Don't worry about it. He's fine.
That's all.
Why are you trying to
Take
change
those
the
glasses
subject,
off
huh?
now.
Nothing. Nothing.
It's so bright here. Please, can I not keep them
It
on?
really is. It really
What's
is
wrong with
right
that
here.
eye
You're
of
right.
yours?
Look, it's just, you know, I have medication and it's been a while since I took my medication. That's all it is.
Medication.
So where were you at the time of the murder?
When was the murder?
Well, you should know if you did.
You would know, because you...
I mean, I heard something around about like 10 o'clock, I think. There was like a really big noise.
It's a big
and-
commotion, yeah. You
Really,
probably
really-
heard the commotion of people.
Yeah, there was
that's
like a
a
lot of scuffling and people running around and all sorts. But yeah, about 10-ish, I think.
What were you doing before that, Mr. Takara?
I mean, before that, I went to the bathroom at about 8:30. Like I said, I have a really bad diet. It takes me a long time on the toilet every now and then.
Yeah.
Medication helps that. I went outside at about 9 o'clock for a smoke. I think I met you, River, at about 9 o'clock there to have a little bit of a chat.
Oh, you did, yeah. Just a little. Wait, did you see him?
No, I didn't. I saw him with a smoke.
Oh.
Yeah, I bumped into you, River. We were chatting downstairs at about 9 o'clock, just as I came in for my smoke.
Yeah, we had a lovely little chat, but you did seem a little bit nervous then as well, and I was
Oh, I
worried
keep saying it.
about
I ain't nervous at all.
you. Okay.
It's so bright. It's just so bright.
Any questions about Mr. Takara? Maybe, you know, anything. If you don't necessarily have questions for Mr. Takara, maybe about what Mr. Takara.
No, he seems fine to me. He seems fine to me.
You know, it's just that, you know, I've got a lot of things to do. I've got like a list the size of my arm to do. You know, I've got disable alarms. It's all that kind of stuff like that, you know.
Disable alarm.
Sorry, what?
The
What is
you
it?
helped
Sorry,
me.
disable alarms?
You
No.
helped me restore the security system. You wouldn't happen to have
Oh, yeah,
disabled.
enable. Sorry, disable.
Did you disable the security system
he
tonight?
clearly misspoke. He
Did-
clearly misspoke.
Did you disable the security system because someone was withholding your meds? You tell us now.
Look, I got.
Otherwise, we're sending you to the slammer, and you're not going to get any
It's
of your
not
medicine
looking
in
good
there.
for you, Mr. Takara. I think you better answer the security chief here.
Look, I got an anonymous email like earlier on in the day, and they were going to hold my supply, and I need that medication. I really need it.
Oh,
And
that's-
so
that's
at
awful.
about 9 o'clock, I had to flip the switch. That's all. I
That's
flipped the switch at 9 o'clock.
awful. That's awful.
Flip
And then at 10 o'clock, I helped you flick it back on again.
So at 9 o'clock, you disabled the surveillance system, the security system here in the offices. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Takara?
If you're really going to put a time to it, I guess so, yeah. But I helped you, sir. I helped you, Chief. At like 10 o'clock.
But when you disabled that, you helped a man get murdered. That's an
No.
assistant to a crime.
No.
You're going away for life.
He doesn't get to make that decision.
But I'll give you a really bad reference.
Now, it's an interesting
We're
point.
faced with some death.
You knew about the security system, Mr. Walker, but you've not mentioned it up until this point.
Yeah, what's that about?
The security system, there are cameras all over this office. You know, security cameras keeping an eye on things, and, you know, it's one of the duties of security and the chief technical officer to make sure that these are all operational. There are cameras that would, in the waiting room here, that looks and observes the entrance to Mr. Fletcher's office.
You knew
There are
that-
also cameras in these corridors as well that would be able to track people's movements.
You knew that they were down during the time of the murder.
No one had asked so far. I was waiting until we got to
Why would we ask?
about the security cameras.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you? It seems like an obvious thing. I didn't ask about it because I knew they were down the whole time.
It's a crucial
Not the whole
detail to
time.
mention.
No, I'm not that scrappy. Not that, you know, I keep a tight ship
Well,
around here
they
usually.
were down between 9 o'clock
9
and
or 10,
then,
yeah.
then we turned them back on together at 10.
Yeah.
Who asked you to turn them off in the first place? Just anonymous email, huh?
Anon?
That's crazy.
Anon.com? I don't know.
That's
It
crazy.
was a really odd.
Hey, how do you know the guy in the red coat here?
I work here. What's his name?
This is
Vesper Valerian.
Vesper.
Vesper Valerian? I don't think we've had very much to do at all, honestly. I mean, we pass each other in the cafeteria while I'm getting my
You've
Cheetos.
probably, Mr. Takara's probably worked a little bit on Vesper's shows, lighting, rigging, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Can I just see
He's
this
got a big
for a
entourage around him. It's hard to
Makes
get near
sense.
him.
What does Vesper Vitibiotics sell anyway, Vesper Valerian?
Beauty products.
Just beauty products?
Just beauty products.
Okay.
I promise.
You don't make any
Like tablets or anything?
Let me just make sure that is in fact the case. Line of beauty products, and I gossip about rivals on my show.
Did you ever argue with Mr. Jackson Fletcher about your meds not being covered by the company health policy?
No, I don't think I ever argued with him, but I mean, I did hear somebody arguing with somebody tonight, but it wasn't me arguing with him.
When and where?
And who?
God bless you.
There's another gunshot.
I think
I wasn't sure if that was a bullshit. That was a genuine sneeze. That was a genuine sneeze. Yeah.
I was in the bathroom. There's a pause in all the efforts being made by me, and then I could just hear through the vents like just somebody shouting something.
Do you recognize the voices?
Not really. It's kind of
Very
wobbly through the vents. It's
Did you manage to catch any of it?
I mean, the words were kind of, they were quite aggressive words, and it sounded something like, killing him, and so help, I'll kill you too if you get in my way.
That does
something
sound
like
quite
that.
modern.
Not exactly that. Exactly that, but not exactly that.
We have a witness to the murder.
This sounds like Egan Mills and Dakota when that was being
It does sound like that.
being explained. Of course, he's going to be furious finding out that his wife is having raunchy, rampant sex with him.
Now, whereabouts did you say that you heard this, Mr. Takara?
I was in the bathroom. It came through the vents.
We know they were hiding in the bathroom.
So you were up here.
Oh, maybe it came through the vents or it came through the walls, but I was in the bathroom.
This
when I
whole
heard it.
area is connected by vents. So the studios, the server room, and the bathrooms could have been connected by vents. You could have heard anything from any of those rooms.
Can you, do the vent systems go from the floor above to the floor below?
No. You can't access them. And they're too small for somebody to crawl through.
Right, okay.
Did anyone
But
note down?
sound could travel through it. So I would say that if Mr. Takara is telling the truth, and he did hear something while he was shitting his guts out in the toilet, then I would say that you could hear anything from Studio 1, 2, the server room, all the way through to the bathroom.
That goddamn Taco
Did
Bell.
anyone
I
note
ate
down
3 meals
where
a day. It should be fine.
Dakota and Egan were arguing?
They were arguing in his office, I do believe. I
Okay, that's-
happened to be outside
Yeah,
of it
that
at the
wouldn't.
time.
That's not connected, is it?
Oh. Somebody else was having a discussion.
Okay, so it's not Dakota or Egan that he heard.
This case is taking some twists and turns, I think.
I was speaking with Jesse and Dakota like from 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock, but that was just general work talk, honestly.
There is no.
Who's Jesse?
Don't worry about Jesse.
I was just speaking with Dakota earlier about some tech stuff from 7 to 8. Definitely nobody else.
What did he say, and did he mention me? This is very important to the case.
We were just talking shop, wires, how to fix them, cabling,
Okay.
ports, port forwarding. Port forwarding's awfully hard. Back in the 90s, about 20 years ago, whatever year this is, but 20 years ago, port forwarding, nightmare.
When you two turned the security back on, you say you flicked a switch together. Was that like a ghost scenario, or did you hold
It
hands?
was just like the movie Ghost.
Okay,
actually.
okay.
He
Well, yeah,
stood
so-
behind me and we played the music. It was very
It was,
cool.
Which one of you
it
was
was
Patrick
mostly.
Swayze?
Oh, it was, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, both of us did that together. But then Dakota Fletcher was also there watching us, right?
Wait, what?
She was there watching us when we turned it back on.
He.
They.
They. Let's use they. Where
She hears Dakota, she immediately pays attention.
Yeah, Dakota. They were there watching us. With
What was he
their
wearing?
arms around me, flicking on that switch.
Wait,
Oh.
you were flicking the switch before? Yeah, because Dakota Fletcher was there when we went to turn the security system back.
Yeah. They were Whoopi Gold. No.
But you had already said that you'd been turning it off before.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Wait, were you turning it off then? Tell us more. What was this email? Can we see this email?
You obviously all know about my drug addiction. Because of that, at 9 o'clock, I was told I would not get a new supply if I did not turn off the alarms at 9 o'clock.
Who normally gives you
to
your
his emails, do we?
perhaps if you give me a little bit of time, I can go and fetch that email.
Oh.
Where do you normally get these stimulants?
Any kind of street rat will usually get them to you.
Wait, but then an anonymous email says that you can't get. They're gonna stop all the
It's
street
been awfully
rats?
hard lately to get a decent
Right.
amount. And,
Okay.
you know, I do need an awful lot. It's really hard doing everything around here. I'm the chief technician. I've got so many things to do, and my brain needs it every now and then. Just that little edge. You know?
Can I see your hands?
I mean, if you gave me my drugs, if you gave me my stuff, I'd be fine right now. It's just, it's been like 2 hours now.
The bad eye, is that in character, or do you actually have a bad eye in real life?
No, you're talking about. There's no bad eye at all.
So what's going on with the bad
really
eye?
bright. It's just.
I mean, what's going on with these bad eyes? It's not just bright.
What's going on with your eye?
Okay, I think he just.
Do you think it's just withdrawal?
He just needs his fix.
It's been 2 hours.
Any other questions for Mr. Takara? Otherwise, I'll cut him loose for now.
Okay.
Now, obviously, they can't go anywhere, so we can ask him
cut 'em
questions.
loose.
later.
Yeah,
All right, thank you, Mr. Takara. Let's take that microphone off and get out of here.
I'm awfully sorry.
No,
Did you
that's
see
all right.
Dakota with anyone at the party? Just wondering.
Mr. Martin, you need to chill out on Mr. Dakota. All right. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Takara.
Might be important. You never know.
Now, before Mr. Takara came in, I believe that you found something of great importance.
Yeah, the bullet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot again.
There's a lolly stick in the trash as well.
Scan
My
it
God.
for DNA.
It has my DNA all over it.
Yeah, look, I got it. If you use
Don't put your
the lid-
fingers up there.
I didn't touch it.
But are we looking for 2 bullets right now?
There should be 2.
We should be looking for a second bullet.
Well, you've seen the 2 bullets they may still be in the victim.
No, we saw 2 exit wounds.
Bullet holes.
Yeah,
well, do you want to look for where the bullets may have impacted? We found a casing.
Yeah, can we? That feels worth scanning.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For a
I will tell you, as you start looking around, as Mr. McHatton is examining behind, there are 2 bullet holes.
There's a hole here.
There's a hole here. And
And a hole here. Wait, there's so many.
There's so many. There are actually on this window behind us that you can all clearly see. There are 2 bullet holes in this window.
Oh.
There is a 3rd bullet hole here on the desk.
Oh my God.
So it looks like there were 3 shots that were fired in this room.
One missed.
Now
A
one.
warning shot, and then 2 killing shots.
Or he dodged it. Like,
Yeah.
whoa!
Can we DNA scan the bullet?
Absolutely.
That's not the bullet. That's the
The
case.
casing.
The casing. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. I will give this a quick scan here.
Beep, boop, boop.
All right. Well, I can tell you that there is, on this bullet casing, there is a set of fingerprints. Now, would you let me use one of my charges to assign it so that we can examine it later and cross-reference it, maybe?
I think so.
I think it's a pretty good bit of evidence. With
Yeah, there's a good bit of evidence.
All right, very good. All right, well, this will use up some of my power on my device here, but all right. I've got a partial matching print, not a full print. So this is a partial matching print, which means it could belong to, it's unsure which of these sets that it will belong to. So it will either be assigned to C, fingerprint set C,
Okay, hold on.
or it will be assigned to fingerprint set A or G. So if you can find some other pieces of evidence, I might be able to eliminate some of those potentials. Because this is a partial print.
Matches, did you say C?
A, C, and G. There's commonalities in the loops and the spirals, but not enough for an exact match right now. Now, if you can get me some things to compare it to.
I got a question. All these papers back here, is that trash?
You can go have a look, of course.
I'll
Mr.
have a
McHatton,
look.
Of course, yeah,
so
absolutely.
people leave rubbish all over this place. You know,
Absolutely.
the garbage just piling up. Let's have a look, see what we
have
got
some more
here.
pins if you need some more pins.
Nah.
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah,
And don't forget your string as well.
Yeah.
Nah.
It might also be worthwhile. You might want to put up there the murder weapon. We know that it was. You're pretty sure it's of this Lazarus pistol.
Yeah.
We have
Well,
that.
we have that written here.
Perfect. Yeah. So
Yes.
you can always, if you wanted to do this, you got the
Hold
gun
on.
symbol here.
Hold on.
You're gonna try to thread that through.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hang
Okay,
on.
can you cut it for me?
Yes. My one hand.
The dollars and blades known to man.
They are very dull. You got your. Don't forget your. You got your expense reports here as well.
Be very careful to touch
All right.
it.
So we have a partial matching print to the bullet casing. We've got a potential murder weapon, at least in theory. We've not found it yet, but we know roughly what it might be. a lot of other things. So far, I would recommend, as a detective, we want to be thinking here about means, motive, and opportunity. All right? So, in terms of means, it seems like we've got a pretty clear case. This gun. But what about the motive and opportunity? We need a killer with a motive here. That's a great idea, AI voice in my head. We are going to be
Wait, you're a robot man?
From the future.
What? This whole time?
I'm not actually real. I'm a figment of your imagination.
Oh, God.
What a twist.
Yes.
Amazing.
But with that, that is a very good piece of, very well, who spotted the bullet casing, by the way?
Tom O'Brien, Harper or River?
River, well done. That was tucked away there. Maybe it seems that maybe the killer maybe picked up the other two brass, but forgot about the third. A very good piece of evidence here. We are going to take a short break. Make sure we stay hydrated, and we will be back in 5 minutes to continue on with this mysterious case in Shadows of Doubt.
Incredible.
My favorite Jingle Jam memory is a bit of an older one. It's from 2017, I think, when I was still a fan. Not anymore, not a fan now. Yeah, so towards the tail end of the Jingle Jam in 2017, I think it was around like, I don't even know, 20-something of December. I guess they were starting to get a bit tired and run out of ideas. And Simon, Lewis and Mousy did a stream where they were just watching bad YouTube videos. And I sat there and I watched the whole thing. And one of my favorite things that happened in that stream was the classic moment where Simon tried to explain what Greg's was to Mousy.
So there's Greg's.
Are they common?
They're very common.
What do they sell there?
Oh, that was such a good joke.
And then later on in the stream, they were watching more terrible YouTube videos, and Sam, bless him, superimposed an image of Greg's into one of these YouTube videos, and Simon absolutely lost it.
Greg's! Oh my God! It wasn't!
What the fuck? Is that real? Was that legit?
No, I don't think that was legit.
Fucking Greg's! Fucking Greg's!
And it was just so funny, and it was just such a nice and simple stream. It was just hanging out and just nice. It wasn't very wholesome, but it was just like hanging out with your dads watching some YouTube. That's just one thing that's kind of stuck with me. I've made a lot of nice memories since then, but I think it's one of the earliest for me. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to making even more nice memories this year. Can't wait.
Oh, amazing, we're live.
Oh.
Josh!
Thunderwave at second level.
Hey, Colin, don't I? Holy shit! Come on, let's go!
Mental health, whales, LGBTQ youth.
I'm trying to raise as much money as I possibly can for CANON.
This charity, it holds a massive place in my heart.
$1 million! $1 million!
2 million!
Thank you, whoever you are. You're going to make some real... Oh, why are we getting teary all of a sudden?
All I want for Christmas is...
So I go up.
Put it down! No!
Let's go!
Exciting stuff, everybody.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's going
Call
crazy.
Six. Call 6!
Ho, 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 ho. Wait, when are we starting?
Whenever you'd like.
Ho, 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 ho.
What did you call me?
That's right, it's Tom and Ben. We're here.
Happy Jingle Jam!
Merry Jingle Jam.
My favourite Jingle Jam memory was when we completed Jenga.
Wow.
And had to push the rules further than they've ever been pushed before.
My God.
We'd finished the tower, no more blocks could be taken till we figured out you could turn a 2-block into a 1-block.
Impossible. It couldn't be done.
Pull and slide. They said it couldn't be done.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insanity. Why do you start so low?
Because I'm asserting my dominance, Tom. I'm trying to make you surrender.
This is insanity. Okay, I'll take the surrender down.
I left you in a sticky situation, do you remember?
I do remember that, and I was furious because you were going to try it and was like, there's no way he can do this. He's definitely going to lose. But then you pulled it off. You switched to, manipulated the tower, and got a block out. Insanity.
And I won, right? That means I win.
Well, then you kind of forced me into a sticky situation where, you know, I then had to try and do it, which...
old Tommy Big Hands.
Old Tommy Big Hands, my big strangler's hands. And it turned out, actually, very, very good at playing Jenga, because I then did the same thing, and I got a block out, and then it was back over to you.
Oh, my own petard, it tastes so bitter.
Oh, hoisted, Ben.
By my medicine.
By your own medicine. And yeah, you had to have a go on that, and then I'm pretty sure you were like, okay, I'm going to take a block. Pow!
Yeah, you Jenga reversed me.
Pretty sure.
And I just had a tantrum, and I knocked it all down.
And that made me the victor. Huzzah.
I think everybody clapped.
And then everybody clapped, people stood up, they applauded, they cheered. Oh my god, they still talk about it to this day.
They do. Somehow we're still talking about it. I think this may be the peak of Tom and Ben's streaming career.
I genuinely think it's just the peak of our lives. You know, ignore all the other stuff. Just so good, so strong.
Let's have a flashback. It's over there. Do you remember it?
Wow. Whoa. No, not that clip.
Oh God, how did that get in there?
Oh. No, the good one.
No! That's Benga!
Oh, so good! It fell on your head!
Oh.
Wow.
We did it!
So good. Well, one of us did it better.
We both did it once.
And then never again. Yeah, so that was my favourite Jingle Jam too.
I love it. Hopefully there'll be many more. That's to the future. That's a future reminiscence.
Future. Yeah, that's where they cut in the clip of like Robo Tom and Ben in the apocalyptic wasteland, but Jingle Jam's still going on.
Yeah, and we're just stacking charred like beams of steel girder on top of each other.
Yeah, because we're both going to be mega big robots.
Of course, yeah. Well, I imagined you as a gigantic robo with crushing arms.
Yeah.
And then I'm a tiny little goblin robot.
Oh, you'll be a Kang. You'll be a Kang in my gut with your little
remote control
meat arms, kind of wiggling around playing Jenga.
Perfect.
I love that.
Can't wait.
I can't wait. Stick around.
We'll get there eventually.
Well, my favourite Jingle Jam memory is a bit of a sort of sweet, sincere one, really, actually, because it is the very first Star Wars RPG that I got to do with Hat Films way back when.
There he is.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
We're live.
Are we live?
And we're kicking.
Apparently. Yeah. And it was my first time being on camera in anything in the Yogscast, and actually doing that stream led to us then doing High Rollers, which then led to me being full-time as a content creator, and has led to me doing some amazing things around the world and in a hobby that I love. And it was a great game. It was very, very silly. Trot wore this green morph suit, and then he had a tiny teddy bear body and then he painted his face up to be an Ewok called Chub Chub. Chub Chub, the Ewok bounty hunter. Chub Chub! Who is just like a Pokemon, can only say his name. Chub Chub!
Like a Pokemon who's limited.
Chub Chub can say words.
Is that the
Chub
voice?
Chub bounty hunter.
Sorry, is an Ewok bounty hunter canon?
It is now. It was a good time all round. There was a lot of laughs, but yeah, mainly for me, it led to my life now, which, you know, is going to get the old leaky eyes going if I think about it too much. But yeah, so because of that, I am very much looking forward to, as I always do every year, the new Jingle Jam, and I can't wait to be involved and see what new memories are created. Oh, lovely.
One of my favourite Jingle Jam memories is from a few years ago where me and Lewis did a murder mystery reenactment style stream. The reason I loved it so much is because there was such a big build up to this stream. Over the year before, we'd been doing detective streams, playing a lot of murder mystery games, including FMV style ones, which have real life actors in them. And we'd become really attached to these actors and their characters. And one of the actors came to the office and did this real life murder mystery with us, which Lewis had written.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Yogscast. Can't get the name right, but a huge fucking fan.
I was the one who was trying to work out who had done the murder. Ashlyn, the actress, she was getting involved in it as well. I think Daft got stabbed. It was very high production. It was great fun, and it was just so nice to have her here doing this whole silly thing with us. She was a great sport. I absolutely loved it. It was a great time. And I'm very, very excited for this year's Jingle Jam, raising lots of money for some absolutely incredible charities.
My favorite Jingle Jam memory, I had to think of a lot of them because there's a lot that's happened, not only as a viewer, but as a member as well. But I think it would have to be when me and Sarah dressed up for poker as Simon Honeydew and as B. Lewis. Because for me, not only was it really cool to be in Jingle Jam Poker, which I had watched for years and years and years as a viewer, but also to dress up as basically what started what my life is now, and then also to have Sarah there because Sarah has a similar journey to mine, so it's special to me that we both got to do it. She's crying behind the camera. I think every year is special, but I think that's my favorite memory. So we'll see what happens this year, but I'm just as excited to make new memories too.
Many autistic children and young people face mental health issues, but they're not receiving adequate tailored support.
I think that, like, in general, autistic people respond to things very different to neurotypical people, and that's why it's so important that support is tailored to them, because otherwise it's just not going to do anything, it's not going to help, and I think it further isolates autistic people.
There are very few services, supports and resources that have been specifically designed to address their unique needs. This lack of understanding and personalised care means that they are left navigating the challenges they face without adequate support, and because of that, too many reach crisis point.
I spent my entire youth thinking that I was wrong or defective, and given the message that I needed to shrink who I was and how I felt and push down the person that I am.
We have developed 6 2030 goals, and one of them is around better mental health supports, which is a key priority for the autistic community. Our 6 2030 goals represent our agenda for change and set out autistic people's vision for a more inclusive world. Thank you to everyone who took part in Jingle Jam last year, everyone who streamed, donated and watched. We're now building a mental health and wellbeing tips hub, an online space combining community tips and evidence-based resources to support autistic people struggling with mental health.
I think if something like this was around when I was really struggling, it would have really helped me just to feel like I wasn't alone. I think a lot of my issues stemmed from feeling really isolated, really lonely.
Welcome back to the Casablanca district in the city. We're here in Skyrise Pinnacle at the Starch Network Christmas party, where Jackson Fletcher has been murdered. I've been assigned 4 individuals to help me with this case, and they are deep in trying to solve it. You found a lot of clues. You've been building out your case board, as we can see here. We have our victim, Jackson Fletcher, here in the middle. We have a time of death. We have a threatening note that was sent, an expense report that McHatton discovered in the trash. You've also discovered a bullet casing with a potential partial print on it. We found evidence of an affair between some of the other individuals at the party, and many other little clues and things all around. There is a mysterious briefcase still to be opened as well, and perhaps more. Before we get cracking on with more suspects and things like that, sorry, I have to get back into my voice now, see? Yes. So, any more questions or things that you would like to discuss with me, or perhaps discuss amongst yourselves?
Do we have
any more
access,
case evidence you want to put up on the board?
Do we have access to Egan yet?
Not yet, no. I'm going to give a little bit of time before then, but we will be able to speak to them very shortly. Very, very shortly.
Can I see that briefcase?
So we have half of the code.
Okay, let me mess around.
Yeah, this is killing me, not having the other half. I'm going to keep nosing around.
And I will remind you that the code on the physical briefcase doesn't work, so if you just tell Mark the code.
Oh. So the note was left for him, potentially from his assistant.
It says Mr. F. That seems pretty familiar.
But who would be having to remind him of his code?
His personal assistant.
But she claimed that she didn't know. Callahan.
She said she didn't know, but there's no way she didn't know. Mr. F, please try to remember your briefcase combination. Someone he sees all the time and have to ask for remembrances and reminders.
Who else would be telling him to remember the code for his briefcase?
And why is half of it missing?
What year was he born?
Yeah, he was. I'd be able to tell you the year he was born. You can try that if you would like.
Yeah.
I believe that he was born in 79 now. I mean, he's like 50 years old.
29.
So, yeah. Huh?
29.
Yeah, it'd be something like that. Yeah.
29.
029.
Yeah. His son Dakota probably would have been born in 47.
That's right.
You know that, did you?
Yeah, I remember that.
105.
Does he care for his son is the question.
Well.
Let's try it. 147.
On that back end, on the three at the front, that would work.
What, as in you've opened it?
So if you combine 147 with that note there, that will work and opens the case.
105.
Just set it to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Let's do 6 zeros, and it will open.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Ooh.
Let's lay this out.
So what we got?
We got Casablanca District City Court records.
Oh, I'll hold on to those for
a pair of Wellington boots.
Anything inside?
And silk pajamas. Something.
And a book.
And a book. The worst case scenario.
Very
survival
important.
handbook.
Very important business.
Anything in the wellies?
Yeah, I'm gonna check the case. Anything else? Any other evidence? That's it for the case.
There's nothing in the wellies.
Doesn't seem to
Nothing in the well.
Anything on the piece of paper, Thomas? Sorry, Harper.
Seems like he was expecting the worst.
Worst case scenario.
Wait a second.
Oh, have you found something, Mr. Walker?
He had small feet.
Well,
Mark off one of your
it
fingerprint
makes sense.
scan uses.
Executing a will here.
A will?
Or something.
Show it to the camera, Mr. Walker. Show it to the camera.
It looks like this. Can you read
Looks
it?
like some legal documentation.
Yeah.
Some city court records, that would make sense.
The defendant, Vesper Vitibiotics. Plaintiff, Annabelle Bonoble.
I don't know what this is about.
You don't know anything about this. You want to fill us in before I spill the beans to everybody?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I got some suspicions.
You had a duty to Mr. Bonoble to who's the due care of surgical specialities.
That sounds like a pretty serious legal case.
You breached the duty undertaking additional non-consensual procedures below the standards of a medical professional. So, are you going to tell us about this?
Fine. Fine.
Yay.
Listen, Jackson, he was blackmailing me, you see. Part of my business is... the beauty industry is built upon two foundations. Beauty and animal testing.
Vesper.
Be very careful what you say next to Briony.
And the reason why I tried to sneak into his office was to find this piece of information you're holding right now.
Oh, well,
But I didn't kill him.
Sounds real heckin' suspicious.
And I knew the code to the briefcase was 47 something. I just didn't know what.
Can I have a look at that?
100% you can.
Sounds
like a pretty severe piece of evidence you found there.
You had a lot to gain from this murder.
I had nothing to gain from the murder.
Whilst Mr. McHadden reads it, would anybody like to put this up on the board? Always encouraging the board.
You love to pin.
I do love to pin.
So you can put it down as one of these document pieces here. This is this seems to be evidence of malpractice by Vesper Vitibiotics.
I didn't kill him,
Sounds like it was being used as blackmail.
It was blackmail.
So you had a reason to kill Mr. Fletcher.
The most to gain from his death.
I had nothing to gain
you
from
were
his
supplying
death. I just needed the document.
You were supplying drugs to that poor kid.
I wasn't.
Tanaka.
I would do no such things.
So you said you was just running Vitibiotics was, what is it, makeup?
It's makeup.
But you're doing surgical procedures on people, and sometimes that involves drugs and such. Don't it?
Does it? Hold on, let me just...
Donut indeed.
Interesting.
Okay, I'll tell you, fine. Yes, I had the security turn off between 9 and 10 p.m. However, when I went to the office at 9, I heard Jackson argue with someone inside and I quickly left. I was hoping to return later, but then the body was found.
So you're saying you didn't do it?
I didn't do it.
But you were the one who sent the anonymous email. That asking to turn it off.
I sent the anonymous email.
Okay, let's make a note of that on the big
Right.
board.
Come on up, Mr. McHadden. Make a note on the board. So we have Vesper Valerian was the one who bribed Alex Takara to turn off the security system between 9 and 10.
Did you send this note?
I did not send the note.
No, I think that was just
How am I putting this on this?
standard people
You
who
might
are
think the
mad.
clock would make sense if it was about the time of when the
Wait a
security
minute,
was
did you
disabled.
send that note?
No, but we had problems in the past.
Do you know more about this note?
I think he does.
Oh, what about Tanaka's eye? What was the deal with that?
I think he was just a twitchy guy. I think he was just a twitchy dude.
Okay.
I bribed him with his supply.
That's Tanaka. Oh, forced Tanaka.
No.
Sounds like it was bribery / forcing, yeah, withholding his
So-
medication.
Turn.
Whilst we're
off.
putting stuff on the board, maybe we should put
Yeah.
these on the board. Oh, hang on, what's this? There's something attached to these that I did not notice before and forgot were pertinent to this thing.
I'm pretty sure that that note wasn't on those condoms
I
before,
think it was.
Miss Amari.
I think Dakota must have had this note.
It's the note with the bank details for the gun. The
Wait,
credit
what?
card that used the gun.
Miss Amari just seemingly pulled out a note that had the credit card number on it.
How did you have
Why
this
am I
note?
doing her
Well,
voice
it
now?
was
Now I do sound like Daniel Craig in Knives Out. I say the donut hole.
I remember picking up these ridiculously large
I do need
condoms,
some more pins. I can fetch more.
and the note wasn't attached to it.
Maybe you just didn't look
How
properly
did you
with your
have
eye.
How did you have access to this note, River?
I think Dakota must have had it, and they somehow got attached.
What is this?
What
does this note say if we're going southern? Hold on a moment. My goodness. Do not lose.
Valerian.
It is the same credit card number that was used to purchase the gun.
How very curious.
The note that Robin lost a few days ago, before the gun was purchased.
My goodness.
So whoever had that, which was...
How did you have it, River?
Okay, I might have broken into Dakota's office just to check up on him a little bit, and I mayhaps found that note in the bin. But, you know, it's not a crime to go through someone's bin or, you know, accidentally break and enter. Is it now?
Yes, madam.
No, I don't think
In
it is.
Dakota's office. Here,
was-
you can have your souvenir back.
Thank you. But I found found it in the bin in Dakota's office. I didn't want to say.
Hold on.
Why would you withhold such information until now?
So, you bought
Maybe he
the
didn't
gun?
know about it. It was just in his bin.
No, Dakota.
Maybe he didn't know about it.
Dakota bought the gun.
Dakota had that information in his bin.
He had the credit card number in the bin, in the trash.
However,
But we do still have the mystery of Egan Mills and Ashley Mills. They seem to be.
Can we talk to them?
Let's go. Let me go and see if I can.
Can we do our original plan?
Just however it works best.
I don't think we can do your plan. I think I'm going to be able to get one of them in, and then I'll be able to bring the next one in.
Okay.
I don't think I can have them hide behind the
All
thing.
right, let's get Ashley.
All right.
Ashley Mills
Ashley
first.
Ashley first.
Also, I heard there's some kind of bell dude in the building as well. Very curious to meet this guy.
He was tonight's entertainment.
He was the entertainment for the evening, and I'd love to see Bell Dude. I think he sounds like a very interesting.
How many lollipops do you have?
I have many. I have so many lollipops.
Got a little bandolier.
I've got Mrs. Ashley Mills here. Oh. Come on in, Mrs. Mills. Please come and take a seat.
Ashley.
Hey. Do step around the body of Mr. Jackson Fletcher. Please come and have a seat. I'll put the microphone on.
Oh, my lord.
I'll take my seat over here. All right. Well, Miss.
2 seconds while I put my microphone on. I'm just putting my microphone on.
That's
How
fine.
old is it? How old
That's
are you,
fine,
Ashley?
Mrs. Mills.
I'm not really sure. How old am I?
I've got to say, the
She
picture,
sounds a lot older than she is.
Because I'm not actually
the
that old.
picture does not do you justice.
Yeah, you are way more attractive in real life.
I'm a sexy lady, I know that. It's a curse.
Well, Mrs. Mills, these people are helping me with the investigation. They got some questions for you.
Ask away.
So
Kind people. Ask me any questions you want.
You're married to Egan Mills, aren't you?
I am married to Egan.
And how would you describe that marriage? Is it a God-fearing, faithful marriage, Mrs. Mills?
Egan is my husband, and we support each other through good times and bad.
Yeah.
And
What sort of bad times would those be?
well, you know, all sorts of bad times.
Does
Getting woken up by the sounds of bells in the corridors, which no one could explain. Not being able to sleep. Wheels spinning in my mind.
this
Bingo calls. So crude. Like dinner for two, 69. Oh.
Well, on that subject, your husband Egan, does he have some kind of cuckold fetish or something? Because I'm pretty sure you've been sleeping around behind his back. Did he know about this?
Dare you accuse me?
We have a
of
picture
evidence.
on the wall.
Okay. Maybe something had happened. Egan is a kind man who wouldn't say boo to a goose.
Egan is kind.
He's fine. He wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't harm nobody.
And what about Mr. Fletcher? What was your relationship with him, dollface?
He was a great man.
Yeah.
Successful and nice and just
Anything else?
sexy. I shouldn't have said that.
How long have you been sleeping with the deceased?
How dare you? Whatever evidence have you got? Oh, yeah. Well, maybe we did the rough and tumble here and there.
In the office?
In the office. Maybe.
Did you happen to do some rumbling, tumbling during 8:45 and 9:45 p.m.?
Rumbling, tumbling games, that's what.
Did you rumble tumble a bullet into his chest?
I didn't rumble tumble. I would never.
Twice.
He was a kind man. Leave him out of this, and leave me, and leave Egan.
You're leaving Egan?
I'm not leaving Egan. I would never leave Egan. He wouldn't know what to do. He's a kind man with his gorgeous white hair of totally real, not wig-like hair. A nice shirt and tweed jacket, not gotten from the basement 20 minutes ago.
Wow.
But real clothes bought from real shops.
He sounds like quite a man.
Quite a man indeed.
So Egan wouldn't raise his voice or anything. He's not.
He wouldn't scream.
Would maybe scream if he found out someone that he didn't want to
Here, but he
Well,
wouldn't do anything. You're not accusing Egan of this.
Well, I don't know.
Not yet. Did he know about your illicit activities with Mr. Fletcher?
He might have had a hunch. He might have had a hunch. He did. He did. I'm not proud of it. I'm not happy about it, but the feel of something fell off.
Rap sucks.
Rap sucks.
That's crucial. It's crucial information.
Oh, that's not that disgusting Scottish man.
Yeah, it is.
That's the biggest crime. That rap sucks so much.
Any other questions for Mrs. Mills?
So where were you exactly at between 9 and 9:45?
9 and 9:45. I think you should ask.
8:45 and 9:45.
8:45 and 9:45. Not earlier. Well, 8:45 and 9:45.
Take your time, Mrs. Mills. Just think it over in your mind. Make sure you know exactly where you were at the time that they were at.
Does it say murder in Jackson Fletcher?
It does not say that on this piece of paper that Mark wrote.
Who's Mark?
Who's Mark?
Wait, have you been masterminding this whole thing?
Oh, absolutely
Pulling the
not.
strings behind?
Oh, no.
Wait, if you rearrange the...
Well, my name, I don't know, my voice keeps changing around. My name is Matthias Knight, so I don't know who this Mark is.
Matthias Knight?
Hi.
That's an anagram for murderer. My God, we blow this wide open.
I forgot your name, so I wrote it down as Knight Budweiser.
I mean, that's a pretty good name.
Yeah.
Knight Budweiser.
Can we call you Knight Budweiser from now on?
Knight Budweiser.
That's a cool
so
name.
Cool.
Sure, I'll take that. I'll take that name.
What was the question? 9 and 9:45?
Yeah, Miss Mills, we've got you leaving Mr. Fletcher's office at 8:30 looking flustered and red in the face like you've been having rumble tumble, as you put it, with Mr. Fletcher.
We were making love, okay? We were making love. We were doing it in the style of the doggy, in the missionary, the reverse cowgirl. We were doing old-fashioned style, Welsh style, English style, Irish style, Australian style, upside down. You've got to try that. 69, 79, 89.
Wow.
We did it all over the room. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorta.
God.
And
No
then,
wonder everything is so sticky.
That's why I'm very reluctant to use my black writing.
Right, okay.
And then Egan found out about it, didn't he? Because Ashley said, Robin said he was in a terrible mood. Did he find out tonight? Or did he know for longer than that?
But you should know, because I was there with Vesper, hanging out, and the janitor, which is you, came in and made a racket.
Did
Did he?
Wait just
Wait, was I with you?
What time was that, Mrs. Mills?
That was just after 9 p.m.
Just after 9 p.m.
Oh.
No, that was from 7 to 8.
Well, it doesn't matter, because Jackson was a kind, sexy, sensual man.
When you left his office at 8:30, was he what you would describe as alive or dead?
I didn't see him, but I did, because it says so. Egan was angry, and he would never do anything, but he was angry, and he did say, I've said too much.
What did he say?
He said he was going to kill it. He said he was going to kill it,
I've
didn't
said
he?
too much.
We
What if
heard
you said
somebody
more?
else already told us they overheard a conversation where he was talking down to you and being real angry, and then said he said, I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch or something like those.
Talking down to you, I'll talk down to you. I think your fire warden jacket is stupid. You're not even a fire warden.
That's too low.
Are you a
That
fire
is
warden?
too low.
Okay then, Mr.
I don't know. Sure.
Okay then, Mr. Janitor. Name the 3 different types of fire extinguishers.
You got the red ones, you got the brown ones, and you got the blue ones.
Fuck, this guy knows his stuff.
So when you were having this argument, would you say that was in hearing distance of the toilet?
I'd say it's from hearing distance from the toilet. Yeah, I would say that's.
Maybe you. I think you maybe in the studios, Mrs. Mills. I think maybe you had this conversation in the studios.
I was in the studio, which is in a hearing distance from the toilet.
Okay.
The detective knows a lot about this.
It's just intuition. It's just intuition, Mr. Valerian. I've been working cases a long time. I see all of this happening before me. I already know who killed. I already know who did it. But it's important that you figure it out because the paperwork means I can't solve the case until after the storm.
I would like to know, Mr. Budweiser detective.
Night Budweiser.
Night Budweiser.
Yes.
Why can you not do the case and solve it?
That is a great question.
What did you do?
It is because in the great Casablanca district of which we find ourselves in,
of course,
it is. I am not able to take a case without the appropriate resolution form.
Oh.
Without the appropriate paperwork, if I were to meddle in the investigation, or if I was to interrogate somebody or pick up evidence and things like that, I would be held accountable. Whereas because these are employees of the company, they are able to ask these kinds of questions. And I'm listening in, and I'm going to be able to fill out that form with the correct killer when you identify them at the very end.
It seems like you're doing a lot of meddling.
Nope.
Can you
Absolutely
identify this? Is this Jackson Fletcher? Fletcher's?
I'll tell you what that is.
Yes.
10 years ago. 11 years ago now.
What's this voice? I like it.
How long has this been going on?
10 years ago.
Two YouTubers went and did a challenge called Don't Starve.
Right.
And that's the dressing gown from the Don't Starve series.
Oh, so he collects some kind of old
relics,
old washed up YouTuber memorabilia.
Exactly.
How about these wellies?
Exactly the same.
Are they his fuck boots?
Yeah, they were a packet of Jaffa cakes there. And there's that survival handbook. And there was a traffic road guide from 2012, which, that's different though. Anyway,
Not very sure that's important to
I digress. I digress. This is what it says here. This is what it says down here.
Now, do you have any more questions for Mr. Mills, or should I go and get Mr. Mills?
Get Egan, I
All
think.
right.
Did you love him?
I'm going to go fetch Mr. Mills. You can ask
Don't
Mr.
make
Mills
me
some
answer that. Don't make me answer that. Am I staying in the room? I guess I am.
You're staying right there, Mrs. Mills.
Does anybody have a tissue or some kind of extra large condom I could use to to wipe my tears away?
What size?
Thank you.
What size?
Thank you for this
Condoms.
extra large condom.
What size condoms
Drying
did
his eyes.
this guy use, Mr. Fletcher?
What, Egan? Egan used itty bitty ones.
Not Egan, Jackson.
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 Your bill on the side.
Jackson, he was a god, a stallion, some would say.
What about Dakota?
Dakota? Dakota?
His son.
No, I don't know. I've heard he just buys extra large condoms.
Now, you are going to have to share a microphone with your
My
wife,
hubby.
Mr. Mills.
No, I can't be here. I cannot be here.
You stay right where you
No, I'm
are.
not gonna.
You stay right there, Mrs. Mills. You stand right
face
there.
your
by the
sins.
door.
I'll lie down here.
All right, Mr. Mills, if you can clip that on. Why do I keep it? It's because you keep making me do the southern voice. If you, Mr. Mills, if you can just put that microphone on, that's right. I need to get back into the kind of New York detective. All right, you just lie down there, Mrs. Mills. You have a quiet minute. But thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Mills. We're investigating the murder that happened tonight, and these people have got some questions they'd like to ask you.
How
I
does
got a
this
question.
make you feel?
Mr. Mills, where did you get your black and red checked shirt? Because I got mine at Uniqlo.
Hey, fellow stylish man.
Yeah,
Good to see.
how about that? This guy knows what's up.
Yes. Oh, how dare you treat my wife in such a way?
You see what she's doing right
She's
now?
an admirable woman, a noble woman.
A noble woman who was cheating on you with Mr.
Egon.
Fletcher.
Take a look up at that picture right there. That's your wife fucking your boss. We heard
The
you're into
first
some
time
kind
she's
of
seen him stiff.
cuckoldry.
Good on her. We had an open relationship, really. You know, she can do whatever she wants. So
Oh, it's very, very.
Well, if that's the
Very
case, what were you two arguing about at around 8:30 at the party in the studio?
a man arguing with his wife, it's just a day-to-day occurrence to me.
We've heard that you rarely ever raise your voice, that you're very, very quiet and gentle.
No, have you seen my show? I can get very het up on it when the cause is right, you know.
Oh, your news show, right?
Yes.
It's very politically charged, as I understand it. Mr. Mills here is a very loyal member of Starch Cola and is not shy about sharing his political views with the people.
What were you and Dakota arguing about?
Oh, I don't even remember. Just some trivial matter, probably.
Well, you were shouting.
Probably money, you know. She always wants some more of
He
my
said
money.
some breaking news. Dakota, I'm talking about. The son?
Oh, Dakota?
Yeah.
Yes, Dakota Fletcher.
I don't think I argued with him at all. He's a very nice chap, you know.
I thought Dakota overheard an argument. Do I have that wrong?
No, Dakota had an argument
with Egan.
Yeah. Ah, see.
And
I'll leave this in your hands.
He showed you the picture.
Oh, yes, he did. He showed me that picture. I don't know how he got hold of it, but he definitely showed it to me, and I was surprised because, you know, I didn't realize that, you know, I was a bit angry, actually. I thought him taking pictures of my wife, not cool.
Wait, you're more upset that someone took a photo than the guy.
He's very particular about that.
Right, okay.
It's our business, you know. He shouldn't try and, you know, I didn't know what he was asking for, you see.
Oh. What was he asking for?
Nothing. He just gave it to me and said, "There you go. Enjoy this picture," he said.
And he did.
So where were you from about 9 o'clock to 9:30? 9:45?
8:45 to 9:45.
No, because we know the cameras they only turned off at 9, so we don't need to worry about the 15 minutes before.
That's a good point.
Can I just check something real quick?
Yeah.
Of course you can.
There was something written on the back of the photograph.
Yeah, there was,
And
actually.
it said October 17th, St. Pierre Hotel, 9:30 p.m. Jackson, Fletcher, Ashley Mills. I guess it was just the date.
It was a PI.
Huh?
It was a PI, private
That's the
investigator.
kind of work that detectives like myself do. Sometimes we take cases to prove affairs and things like that.
So,
it sounds like maybe
yeah.
Dakota Fletcher maybe hired himself a PI to snap those pretty pictures, right?
But why would Jackson Fletcher hire a PI to follow another guy's wife?
No,
Wouldn't
Dakota.
it be Egan that would?
Dakota.
Yeah,
That's
Dakota.
what Dakota.
Why
This
would
is the
Dakota
son.
Fletcher? As
That's a great
It's
question.
the son.
So he would do that to get, you know, some juice on his pop, so he could go and threaten him with blackmail, because he's an ambitious young guy. Maybe he hates his pops. So he was arguing with him. What was you arguing with him about? You said it was no big deal, nothing. But you raising your voice. You seem like a calm guy.
Well, you know.
What made you angry, Egan? Huh?
Do you know what? I was angry, and I stormed right up there into Jackson's office, and I told him, you know, this is it. You know, you can't be sharing pictures of you and my wife with anyone willy-nilly. It's not cool, you know. This is our private business. Can't just share pictures around. This isn't WhatsApp or Telegram or any of these social medias with nudes on them. You know, this is I'm a head of the network. You know, and if he wants to fuck my wife, he better keep it to himself. I told him that. I did. And he backed down and he started crying like a little pussy.
No, he wouldn't do that.
He started crying like a little pussy, and I triumphantly left with my head held high.
Speaking of pictures, that beautiful picture on the desk there, could you please hand it to
Absolutely,
Egan
Mr.
Mills?
Egan Mills. Do you show this the
Blimey.
lady?
Now,
what a stunner.
That there is
who is that?
That's the wife of
Excellent.
Jackson Fletcher. That's Elaine Fletcher. Now, what was your relationship with her?
Well, I didn't know her at all, I'm afraid.
Are you sure about that?
I didn't know. I didn't know her at all, according to this piece of paper.
Maybe she
Well,
just wasn't
that's
very important
okay
to you,
then.
Mr.
It doesn't
Mills.
matter. I know my wife. No, but actually, I don't know her.
No.
That's
the same
okay
colour
then.
hair,
I'm just
maybe he's
checking.
so
I'm just checking.
I think we need to get Dakota back in here.
You like to speak to Dakota Fletcher?
I think that's a
You have any
very
other
good
questions?
idea.
Do you have any other questions for either Mrs. Mills or Mr. Mills?
Let me just have
No, but I think Mrs. Mills should stay and we get Dakota back in.
That's going to be hard.
I need the bathroom.
All right, Miss Mills, why don't you head on out of here? You got.
No, it's important she's in.
I keep copying your accent. Let's get Mrs. Mills out of here. But one thing I want to question, just to clarify there with you, Mr. Egan Mills. You're saying, what time was that you had that conversation with Jackson Fletcher? You said you went up and you confronted him and you said and he cried and all that kind of jazz.
Okay.
What time was that?
Now my wife's gone, I can tell you. Just, you've got to keep this quiet, all right? I don't want anyone to bloody find out. She was having an affair. And I fucking didn't know about it. It was fucking broken my heart.
Oh my God.
I was absolutely fucking furious.
Okay.
Bloody woman just cheating on me. 6 years. 6 years and I didn't know. Taking advantage of me all this time. And so I was very, and listen, I'm telling you this because I want you to know I didn't kill him. Bloody happy he's dead, but I didn't kill him. I was very unhappy. I went up there to confront him, and I said to him, "What the hell's been going on?" And he just laughed me out of there. He said, I know that all of your family money's gone. I know that you're bankrupt and we're the only choice for you. And he had me over a barrel. He said that, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't stop him. He could do what he wanted. And honestly, I burst into tears. I said he was the pussy, but I was the pussy. I was a real puss. I pushed out. I pushed into the bathroom downstairs. I bawled my eyes out. And I was an absolute fucking mess. I was until I can't remember what happened, but yes. And that's where I was. And then, of course, there was that big row at 10 o'clock. And I found that he was killed, and part of me was delighted, but I wouldn't have hurt him. It was my only chance, getting back back to the big time,
Big row.
Big row.
This is very...
It's probably referring to 10 o'clock when everybody found out about Mr. Jackson's death. There was a big kerfuffle about it.
This is very damning things you're saying to
I
us
know,
right
but
now.
I feel like you experts would find out eventually.
You
so
did give us a motive.
I wanted to confess. Well, listen though, I don't know. Maybe I'll now lose my job. Maybe in fact I'll be out of a job. Maybe the network won't keep me on. He was the only.
About you being
He had me over a barrel, and he was using me, but now he's gone.
So how come you're bankrupt?
Well, it was all a lie. My family money, there was never any. It was all a lie.
Very damning. Any other questions for Mr. Mills' team?
So you didn't pay to have that photo taken at all?
No. I was genuinely as shocked as I've only been a few hours since I saw that photo.
Okay, and
it rocked me.
Dakota showed you that photo?
It was Dakota, yes.
Okay.
And how did you react when did you scream
I was
at him?
unhappy. I'll tell you that for free.
Okay.
But, thank goodness for him telling me, or else, I would never have found out about the affair. It's been going on 6 years, and behind my back. Bloody hell, didn't realise. It must have been when old what's his name's wife, old Jackson's wife died. Bloody Elaine, when she was killed by that madman 6 years ago.
Well, you seem...
Oh, God.
Are you right there, Harper?
I'm fine.
You seem very distressed.
Totally fine.
Never seen you like
What's
this.
going on?
Oh, God.
I better go.
Yes, Miss Mills, thank you very much.
Well, listen,
Can I see that list of expenses again?
if you need me, I'll be in the lobby.
Thank you very much. Can I get your microphone?
What's Night Budweiser?
Yes, Night Budweiser.
Of the old Budweisers?
Yes, of the old Budweisers, that's right. I'm the family black sheep.
Lovely to see you again.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Very pleasure. It's my
Which
pleasure.
one is his?
What do you need from me?
So,
Just the microphone.
his is the one with the case.
Oh, it's over there.
Because
That's all right. We can leave that there, sir.
This
Thank you
is
very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Egan.
So,
Team,
disco.
I mean, it sounds like that's some pretty good evidence. You've built up quite a case here. But, do you have any ideas of where you're thinking? Talk me through what you're thinking through here.
Well, I have a suspicion of our friend here.
There's something. Well, I have another suspicion, but I would like to know first.
Because I happen to know
What kind of suspicions do you have?
that lovely Elaine Fletcher, and this is the reason I was asking, was killed by a political religious zealot. And our friend here said that he was very political, so I thought maybe there was a connection. But you seemed awful jumpy.
Oh.
There he goes again, doing his flint.
I've never seen him like this.
Don't mind me. It's
What
nothing,
do
it's
you
nothing, it's
know?
It's nothing to worry about at all.
Who killed Elaine? And what was struck from your record?
I can still see it as if it was yesterday.
He's having a
Talk us
flashback
through it,
right
Hopper.
now.
It was a case. It made me sick to my stomach. A killer. A psychopath. My God. It was terrible. A bloodbath. And I bungled it. I fucked it up. Red Gum was his name.
Red Gum.
One of the Red Gums, yeah.
A crazy group. And they killed her. And I couldn't get them. And they went on to kill multiple other people.
I heard about this, yeah.
It was my fault that they got away.
Ah, you were the one, huh? The
Yeah.
Red Cola Killer, they call him, a serial killer.
They laid me off. Fired. But they covered it up. It was a huge embarrassment. That's why I work here now. Once the greatest enforcer in town, but now a lowly scrub working with all of you. Oh God.
I have something I want to check.
Oh.
All right. Mr. McHatton, any questions? Anybody got questions while our friend Vesper is searching around?
I mean, we know that Jackson is the. Sorry, what's the name of the son?
Dakota.
Dakota was the one who probably hired. He paid for this mineral 55 milliliter lens. We know that, right?
He bought the lens, but
Which
also
is what took the picture.
he bought the
And the gun.
He had, I think.
Or he had access to it.
He had access to it at the time. I think we need Dakota in here because I feel like a lot of stuff is pointing in
But
Dakota's.
it also says study of SynDisk augmentation. So we think that was his assistant said she bought that book.
For her son.
For her son, but I think the son bought this lens and the gun, huh?
Yeah.
Why do we have a code on the gun here? 95764VVX23. Serial number?
Sounds like a serial number, yeah. Now, if we could find that gun, that could be a useful thing to be able to
That
connect
would be really good.
It would be very
Check
convenient.
the bin again. There might be more in there.
There's nothing more in that bin.
So I checked behind. That's why I wanted to check behind there. But there's nothing there. As far as I could, I'll check again. But
what about?
Is there a gun in that folder?
My God, there's paperwork.
Ooh.
Would you like to investigate?
Nothing around there.
It's blank.
I think it's just props.
there's nothing there.
Oh, what about the tiny plant pot?
Yeah, in the plants, exactly.
Well, like I said, there's also, there is the. So we're here in the executive office. You come outside into the waiting room. I can go and search there if you'd like me to go and search around and look for the gun.
Yeah.
Anywhere else in the building, I can go and search for you while you guys.
Can you just do a quick sweep over the whole building for any
All right.
important
Anywhere, where should I be looking? You need to give me somewhere to start.
Yeah, hold on.
gun-shaped holes.
Gun-shaped holes.
Gun-shaped areas that.
All right.
Where did Dakota and Egan have a chat? Does anyone write
In
that down?
Dakota's office. I think you should check Dakota's office, and I think you should check Robin's desk.
All
Her
right.
desk
I got
drawers.
one more place I want you to check.
All right.
Check the janitor cart, because when I emptied the garbage,
down here,
maybe
by the
some
left?
evidence got in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
right, okay.
actually, that's a good point as well. And
All
can you
right.
also check for me?
Yes.
When I snuck back down, did he put something in the trash when I went down from the office after I tried to sneak in?
So you would have come out here, come along the corridor, taken the stairs here, would have brought you out here where the janitor trolley is. And then you would have made your way back into the main office from here.
Yeah.
I think that.
I would like for you
Make sure
to
you
check
just step
that.
a little way out so we can get the camera to get a nice shot on this.
Check the trial.
We have the
Also,
executive office come out here.
I
all the way
think
down
we
to the
should.
corridor. Now there is another way. If somebody came out of the corridor, they could have come down this side here as well, and then come up down towards the
I
office.
would like you for me at least to check the trash.
I will check the treasure. Well, Mr. McHatton already asked me to check the trolley, so I'm going to go check that. I would suggest y'all have a conversation amongst yourselves, try and get a few things. Think about if there's anything else you would like me to fingerprint scan in here as well. Make sure if you want me to any notes or any of the evidence you found, I can do that as well. So have
And
a
we
think
should talk
about
to
motives.
Dakota
I'll be
again.
back in I'll be gone for like not very long.
Okay.
I'm really
Okay.
quick.
I think we checked
I'm
this.
really
I
fast.
think, yeah. And we get Dakota in here. And we know we might have a gun, so we should make sure he's wearing something real revealing and slim fitting
And
so
I
he can't
think we
hide
take
anything.
Dakota's fingerprints.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Checking out Dakota's fingerprints, and if we find this gun, well, I'm pretty sure we'll have this whole case wrapped up, just like I never wrapped up that previous case.
What did you bungle?
Wait a minute. What was in the briefcase? The Wellington boots,
Yeah.
the silk pajamas,
My blackmail.
the blackmail, and the book.
Yeah.
Who else had access to the briefcase? Was his PA?
No, she said she didn't. She
She
couldn't
didn't
get
have
in.
the
She
code.
didn't.
Somebody left a reminder on that briefcase, remember? A note saying, don't forget. Why would she lie about that?
That's what I was wondering earlier. But
Mr. F.
that's
I'm back. I'm very fast.
What did you find?
I found this in
Yeah,
the trash. I looked everywhere else. I couldn't find anything, but I did find this trash can in
Trash?
your janitor.
I'm the
truck.
janitor. Garbage is my purview.
Why are we letting him
could-
touch it?
I could see a real suspicious shape in
Well,
this.
let's check. We got a coat in here.
I'll take
Gonna hold that.
Very nice coat.
And we got well, I don't want to touch it, but we got a gun
Oh my God.
My God,
With
that looks like
with a compressor.
with a compressor.
A compressor, that's what it's called. It's called a compressor.
That looks just like
it compresses the sound of the gunshot.
Blake, can you cross-reference the
Well, look,
serial?
I will witness. So I'm going to say I will.
Yeah, I can check that.
I will pick this up with the witness that you all see me picking up.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
so we can.
yeah,
Or
okay.
do you want somebody else to pick it
No,
up?
that's okay.
Well, can you scan it for fingerprints first?
You want me to scan it for
Yeah,
fingerprints?
let me just check the code on here. This says 95764955764 VVX23 VVX23.
It's the gun.
So this is the gun that was
That's the
bought
one.
with the credit card. All right. Well, let me get
Why
my.
was that in your trolley?
Where did you say you found it?
In your janitor trolley by the lift.
Well, that is peculiar.
I can't reveal. There is a set of fingerprints here on the gun.
Okay.
Would you like me to scan it and reveal to you who's the fingerprint type that it belongs?
I think we have to.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have to.
No, this is clearly a red herring.
Now I think.
A setup.
Now looking at my scanner, I think I've got one more use of it. Now remember, we only got a partial print from the bullet. From here though.
Wait, after this, one more use?
One more use after this.
After this, okay.
Yeah. So I can reveal that on this gun, fingerprint set C.
My
This is a full
set of prints. Looks like, it looks like somebody's made an effort to try and wipe it down to remove the prints, but they're clearly not a professional, I can tell you that. I've examined it, they didn't catch all of it. I actually found the fingerprints here on the compressor itself. The gun itself had been wiped clean, but it looks like they left it when they screwed the compressor on. So we're not dealing with maybe a professional here. Somebody, I would know, a professional hit, they would know to wipe the whole gun clean. So whoever's done this, probably not a professional.
I think we need to talk to Dakota.
I agree.
I think Dakota, but not in the way.
Can we have her leave the room? Dakota.
She's gonna need to stay in the room, I'm afraid. I'm gonna leave it up to you to police Miss Amari and make sure she stays, keeps her wits about her. All right. Is there anything else before I go and get Dakota? Anything else you want to check, or if anything else you want to add to the board?
Well, did you want to scan that?
And what are we thinking in terms of motive? If are you currently thumbing Dakota for the murder?
Yeah, but we're not sure why yet.
And I
Yeah,
would suggest
hold on.
Dakota didn't.
1 second.
If they weren't inheriting anything.
At 9:15, I was bored and decided to do some cleaning, taking trash out to my janitor trolley. Robin Callahan helped me tidy up and thanked me, but stayed in the break room. And then I saw you by the elevator and you gave me a cigarette. So either you distracted me when I was smoking a cigarette and you put the gun in.
No, I gave you a cigarette because I was, I just snuck into the office.
Right. Or so Robin Callahan, the PA, when she helped me tidy up, maybe she put the gun in my trolley then.
She did have access to the room and to his belongings, to the card, and she's got an idiot son.
Now, do we think that note has anything to do with?
I don't think so.
With the red gun.
Look, I was brought on because there's political activists who disagree with.
you must
what's
face
going
justice for your crimes. The sins of the mob fall on the shoulders of the Vox Populi. Pretty cryptic message. This second part here. This I feel like there's an extra meaning to that. That's not the kind of thing that you just say. You're gonna threaten a guy. You just say, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You deserve it, you piece of shit." But this seems to have another message.
You worked as a bruiser for the mob.
The sins.
I was an enforcer for the Malachi brothers.
Which are the mob?
Well, they don't like to be called that. They're in waste management. I was a thief, and I was a tough guy, and that's what I went away for. I beat up a bar owner for their protection racket. And
You killed
Mr.
him.
Fletcher knew the whole story, by the way. That's why he hired me. He said it was useful to have a guy like me around. I didn't really like the way he said that. Didn't sit right with me, but I never had to do nothing like that for him.
Now, could it maybe be if he's the head of the company, his sins fall on the shoulders of those below him?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I will tell you this. I mean, Starch Network, I mean, you all work here, but maybe you're too close to it. But, City Tonight, Egan Mills, they stir the people up. It's very pro-capitalist. They're very much in favor of Starch Cola, and some of their stuff that they put out onto the news, that really riles people up, a lot of things have happened because of them, and you know, it's the Red Gum Killer. He was a big fan of Starch Cola as well. He was very pro-capitalist.
Why has that been in capitals and the rest of it is in lowercase? Is that a clue, or is that just...
Could just be the guy's right.
The guy's right.
Seems to me like that's just the way the guy wrote the message.
Did we find out why Dakota Fletcher took a 6-year absence?
Oh, that sounds important.
Took a long-term absence 6 years ago, sorry.
Well, the wife of Jackson Fletcher died 6 years ago.
That's...
Oh, yeah, maybe he was just real upset.
Or maybe he killed her.
My God.
All right, well, do you want me, if I go fetch Dakota, do you want to, if you want to add anything more to the board or anything like that?
We need to add the fact that the fingerprints were on the gun.
All right, well, you come up and do that. I am,
Pin the gun to the board.
Who do we want to talk to first?
I'm going to take the gun.
We're going to talk to the... We're going to
He's
talk
got
to
a gun.
He's got a gun!
I feel like I'm the only one I can trust with this gun, so it's coming with me.
Shall we talk to Dakota first? I know you want to.
I think that's it.
I
We
think
should listen to
Dakota,
this man.
we should talk to Dakota. But I'll add the thing.
All right, thank you very much. And I'll take my book so you don't cheat. All right, I'm going to go fetch Dakota. All right, I'll be back in a moment.
My God.
Fingerprints.
It's all coming back.
You have his
What did you do with the red
flashbacks
gun?
again.
What was going on with
The Red Gum Killer, they got away because I fucked it up. I fucked it all up. And they killed again. But it was his wife. His wife was killed by the Red Gum.
Who, Jackson Fletcher's wife?
Jackson Fletcher's wife and Dakota Fletcher's mother was murdered by Red Gum.
Are you saying gun or gum?
Gum, as in yum yum, I'm chewing gum.
I got Mr. Dakota Fletcher right back here.
Oh, shit.
It didn't take me too long. He's back in.
Oh.
Nice.
Slap it! Slap it!
I don't have any more pins.
Yes, there's some more pins. I got a pin for you right here. There's a couple.
He's so
Let's
cool.
put that right.
Whoa. Dakota.
Dakota, have a seat.
All right,
won't you?
have a seat.
Dakota, you gotta mic you up.
Dakota.
He's really milking it. He's really milking it.
Slap it! Spin it! Pop it!
Dakota.
Take a seat, Mr. Fletcher. Take a seat. All right. These people have got some more questions they want to ask you.
Dakota, how did the death of your mother affect you?
The death of my mum was sad. I can't remember the action I did. I think it was something like this, right? Right. It was a sad time. It was a sad time. My dad just wasn't there. Always working away. And I've worked hard for where I am, you know? I've worked really bloody hard.
But you didn't work for 6 years.
Yeah, but...
No. You took a break 6 years ago.
I took a break.
For personal reasons. What was that personal reason?
Taking holidays. Do you ever go on holidays?
Yeah, but
This is like a hardworking man.
This is different. You took long-term absence. Sorry, I mean you took a long-term absence 6 years ago, and all it says here is personal reasons. Personal, huh? What happened?
What
It
kind?
it was personal. It was just a holiday. It was a holiday.
Oh, how long a holiday are we talking here?
It was a long holiday, okay?
Where'd you go?
Get off my blood. I went everywhere.
That ain't a holiday.
Tell us or we'll have our man shoot you with a
It
gun.
was. He wouldn't shoot me. Look at him, old Buddy Weiser.
Night Budweiser.
Night Budweiser.
Look, I went on holiday.
Buddy Weiser is also a
Yeah,
good
Buddy
detective
Buddy
name.
Weiser.
Maybe that's also my name.
Hey, Buddy
you-
Weiser.
You went
I'll
on
add it to my
holiday
list of
right,
aliases.
right after your mother got killed.
You wouldn't think it was me, would you, River?
Oh no.
Oh, I think the body was that way.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the man's got guns, but I don't think it's murder.
Oh, it's good, it's good, it's a good line.
Right,
What's going on with you two?
Nothing,
you mean
unless.
nothing's going
I
on?
mean, oh.
Wait a second. You're not involved in some.
I wish.
My God. I thought you were just work colleagues.
Listen. I keep saying, you check my credit card history. There's going to be some...
Yeah.
Well, now about that, we found this note, which was your father's credit card, and one of the things that was purchased on this credit card was a long lens, a mineral 55 millimeter lens, and a gun that we found here. this gun here. We checked it for prints.
Shoot him.
Somebody paid for a long lens to take this saucy snapshot.
You paid for that photo to be taken.
You did.
So what if I did? So what if I bloody did?
Why did you?
Why didn't I? Why have you got that shit hat on? Because... Sorry, I know that's your personal...
This is all role play. It's all role play. It's not real.
It's all role play. It's all role play. Keep going.
Lines and veils. Lines and veils, people. Lines and veils.
Character.
Why? Well, why? What? Because my father was having an affair with that piece of work.
Ashley.
Ashley! And how dare he? I despise her.
Why?
I despise her.
What did she do?
What did she do? She was sleeping with my father.
Wait.
So?
But he's been single for like 6 years.
Yeah, but still.
Should he not be able to move on?
Could have done better.
Did you have feelings for Ashley?
I didn't have feelings for Ashley.
How
I
often
didn't
did
have
you
feelings
sleep with,
at all.
How often did you sleep with Ashley?
I never slept with Ashley. I've slept with many a girl. River can tell you all about that. River can tell you about the...
River, you're a little bit too smitten with this guy. What's going on here?
No. But I did pay for that picture. Why not?
Did you also buy that gun?
Who hasn't got it? Have you got a gun?
Did you buy
Have you got a gun?
Did you buy this gun?
Where did you find that gun?
Found it, well, tell us, did you buy it first?
Where did what? The gun?
Yeah.
Simple question.
No comment.
No comment.
Why no comment?
No comment.
If we took your fingerprints, do you think we'd find them on that gun?
Where did you find that gun?
Why do you want to know?
Where did you find that
We
gun?
found it.
Where
Doesn't
did you
matter.
find it?
Doesn't
Where?
matter.
Where did you find it?
Doesn't matter.
We found it in the trash over
Is it
there.
well, who's responsible for the trash? Who is responsible for the trash? You.
My prints ain't on that gun, kid.
Not me.
Well,
not anyone else.
Let's
You.
actually make a point here, McHadden. We don't know if these are your prints. We don't know whose prints are on this gun. We just know that they're set C. Maybe your prints are on this gun.
Let me just run some by you. Here, hold on a second.
We know it's set C.
Means motive opportunity. What's my motive? Mr.
I'm not
Fletcher gave me
accusing.
a second chance. I didn't have no means. I was with other people.
That sounds pretty solid to me, but I just want to make it clear. We don't know whose prints are on this
That's
gun.
true.
It could have been yours.
It's
It could have
this
been yours. It could have been yours. It could have been
Janitor
yours.
man, I've got blackmail on you. I've seen you pick up an empty froob from the bin and get the last bit.
We've caught that on camera multiple times.
So I like froops.
Look, we can give you fruit money if you
Every
need
man's
it.
got his limits.
But
What this man wouldn't do for a froob, you don't want to know.
I have a question.
Let's end this now and I can give you a
Well,
few
hold on
froob.
there, Mr. Hold on, Mr. Fletcher. River's got a question.
Sorry, River, my darling.
That's okay, sweetheart. So you took this photo and you showed it to Egan, right?
I showed it to Egan.
How did he react?
Egan was not very happy. He was not very happy.
Well, why did you show it to him?
Because I like to show things to people. I like to show things to people.
Did you show
You're not
two
helping yourself.
bullets into your father's chest?
Oh, River, after everything we've been through.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
What about Paris?
We'll always have Paris.
What happened in Paris?
What about Scunthorpe?
Everything
What
happened
about
in Paris.
Hull? What about Stoke?
Don't forget Slough.
What about the roundabouts, Milton Keynes, River?
Wow.
Sounds like quite a romance developed between the two of you.
Listen, who doesn't have a gun? Do you have a gun?
I have now.
No, you're not allowed a gun. You're not allowed a gun because you shot that old woman.
I didn't shoot a what?
You shot an old woman. That's what it says here.
Shot an old woman.
Apparently, in the spirit of yes and, I did because that woman was a serial killer. She was the cat bag eater killer.
Wow. She had shot several old women before. And
Exactly.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So we have
Brought it to
1 use
justice.
left of our fingerprints.
You have about 1 use left in terms. If my power reading is right, we have about 1 use of the
Do
finger.
we want to do him?
We've got to
We
charge
should
it.
talk
worried
to
about you.
Robin first.
I feel like we've
We
got to
do
talk
need
to
some
Robin.
big ways.
Robin seems real.
I think
Do you mean the
Robin.
PA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're saying that because you're in love with him.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
No.
telling you now. I've told you. You can check my bank statements, but check Robin's bank statements, and you might be in for a surprise.
We haven't.
Can we do that?
I could procure them for you. Yeah.
If we could, yes.
Look,
Because I know that she'd been using my dad's credit card, and if you track that gun, I guarantee you it will be tracked back to that card used by her.
But you used
Yeah,
the
but
same
you've
card.
also used the card.
I have not used the card.
Yeah, you
Yes,
earlier
you have.
said
I
you
have
had.
not used
You
it.
bought the lens.
I have not used
You
the
already
card.
admitted
You
that to
literally
us.
admitted to buying the
That was a different card.
Okay, shoot this man.
Wait, should we take his fingerprints first?
Wait,
I think we get his prints.
Do
But
you
if we've
think?
got one left, I feel like, what is his motive?
His motive is he's jealous of his father and he wants to take over the company or something.
But he doesn't inherit the company. It's owned by Starch Corp. Like, he doesn't
Feels
get
like-
anything out
I
of
feel like you've got the pieces of this case in your hands, but you've not quite made the connection.
I have a question. So you're a mummy. What happened there? Did you take a
Wanna
real
hold
good look at your mum?
What's your mother?
Look at your mother.
Mommy.
Did you, like, how did you feel about what happened to her? Did you have any, like, this red gum? Did you have any suspects about who? Was there anyone you blamed? Any fatherly figures you blamed for her death?
That's a deep question, right? I want to hear the answer to this, boy.
The red gum. Bunch of lunatics. A bunch of lunatics. Religious. Off their head. Pieces of poo.
Yeah.
Poo heads.
Whoa, okay, language, please, language.
Fudging heck. They deserve to be in the ground.
And what? Do you blame your father for his network riling them up?
The network has done nothing but bad. Has done nothing but bad.
And what? Because he has his salacious news show that is all about profits, and you think it's because of them?
It's almost as if you know more than me on that piece of paper. But yes, I will admit that that program is full of trollop and pieces of false information.
How do you feel about the Vox Populi?
Oh, the Vox Populi are a bunch of knobs.
Right.
Oh, it makes me sick to the stomach.
Isn't that just the voice of the people?
Exactly.
It's not a group, but it sounds like it might be being used to reference maybe somebody who's very influential. Yeah, somebody who's very influential over the people.
Vox Populi is.
I've
got a feeling that is the show called the name of the show.
Yes.
What is the name of that show?
What's the name of the show?
It is City Tonight. Its tagline is the Vox Populi.
And that's the show that Egan Mills presents.
Yes.
Created by Jackson Fletcher.
You must say. So it says here that Egan Mills, multiple arrests, minor offenses, no formal charges. But someone out there, the sins of the mob fall on the shoulders of the Vox Populi. In other words, the people that he's influencing, the stuff they're doing, responsibility falls with Egan Mills. So somebody's saying you must face justice for your crimes.
I'm noticing as well, Harper, that you were suspended 6 years ago, and you took an absence 6 years ago.
Look,
I think Harper's busted this one.
Look, we understand the motives. You just turn yourself in now, and we'll make sure that you get a real cushy cell.
Fine. I did it. I bloody did it.
Dakota, no!
I bought the gun, and I'm sorry, River, and I never loved you, and I never. When you're in somewhere as beautiful as Slough, it is hard to not get infatuated with the first person that you see. But I never loved you. The only person I ever loved was my mother, but not in a weird way. In a son and father way.
A son and father way?
Son and mother way.
Right.
This is. I did it. I did it. The trollop that was being spilled out and people dying and someone died and I can't remember who, but they did.
Your mother.
My mother died. My mother died. My mother. Pia died because of the red gum, because of my father, and I had to buy a gun and shoot him twice in the nipples. It was an accident. I would have just shot him.
What about the third gunshot?
What about the third shot?
Where was the third shot?
You tell us.
Oh, I'd missed, exactly.
Good.
Exactly.
Incriminating evidence.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. Perhaps his father was facing away. The first shot alerted him. He span round to see who was shooting at him, and then he took two to the chest.
How could he have noticed? Because that thing has a compressor on it.
If it hit the desk and he was stood by it.
Oh my God.
Well, this guy's good.
Would he not have looked at his desk instead?
What, huh? Oh, but it sounds like, yeah, you missed with the third shot and didn't pick up the brass. You picked up the 2, but not the 3rd.
I picked up the 2, but not the 3rd.
Wow.
Exactly.
I went to Milton Keynes for you.
So then you must have, after you shot him, you followed Egan up there after his confrontation. You waited for Egan to have the argument with your father so that you knew Egan would be implicated in the murder. You shot him, and then you dumped the gun in the janitor's trolley on the way down. And then what did you do, kid?
And then I watched the janitor raw dog 6 empty fruits, and there was nothing left, but he was trying for hours. And then
I'm willing to bet that you went to delete all the security logs, and that's when you bumped into Harper and Alex earlier.
Exactly, and Harper.
They were already working on the security system.
Yeah, but how dare you eat those fruits?
All right, well, I think we've heard everything we need to hear, right, people?
Yeah, we've wrapped this one up. Can I see the gun?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do the honors.
Oh, well, hang on. Does prison get conjugal visits? Just asking for a friend.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, well.
He tried to frame you.
What do you mean?
He tried to frame you.
Did he?
He's trying to get away.
He's running.
You will need to cock it.
I know you
got jammed.
Oh, hold on.
Thank God.
There actually is a bullet here.
I can get away.
Oh, you're not getting away, son. I'm going to take this cretin out of here. It does actually quite hurt.
It actually does shoot little bullets.
Tell everyone I had a massive penis.
Well, that went in a direction I wasn't expecting. But you did manage to solve the case, everybody.
Was I meant to shoot him?
Yes.
No, well, you could have done, but
Well, you did.
you did. He's dead now.
Wait, he did it. He's the murderer we saw.
I'll explain everything to the enforcers when they come along.
Right.
But yes, you did actually. I think Harper, you managed to pick up on the motive there. It was he was driven by the fact that his mother was killed by this serial killer that was inflamed by the network that his father created. He bought the gun with the credit card that Robin had copied. He took the note from her desk and he used that to buy the gun, which he successfully identified. There were a few red herrings. You picked up on the blackmail against Vesper. That was Jackson just trying to manipulate Vesper into getting a better deal on the show and selling on the products. That was a bit of a red herring. The blackmail was tied in. You successfully identified the camera, which linked the blackmail that Dakota Fletcher was doing to the same purchase of the credit card with the gun. Very well found out, team. Very well done. You did an excellent job. I'm very proud of you.
And were you a drug dealer?
No.
Oh. So what was the deal with you and Tanaka?
I just gave him his medication.
You withheld. He has influence over the people that can withhold the drug.
Oh, I see. So he's connected.
I told him to turn the camera off so I could sneak in there and get the blackmail.
Yes.
Oh, and what was the deal with his eye?
I think that was just
twitching.
him.
It was just I think it was a bit.
Yeah, I think it was just a bit. It was just a
Because
bit.
he was really acting like he'd been punched and was trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Like someone beating him up, but okay.
There were a few things that didn't quite fully come out. Like I said, there was Egan Mills and Ashley Mills had an argument in the studio, which was overheard, and you picked up a little bit on that. And then, like I said,
Wait, he's still not dead. Get him. Shoot him again.
The security system. If you had asked me, I could have gone and scanned the fingerprints on the security system. I would have revealed that the Alex Tanaka and that did it. But as you've successfully found out, it was a very funny coincidence that they had the security disabled at the right time. But very well done.
It's really good, this, isn't it?
That's very good. It's a nice little prop. But yes,
The shells
done.
actually fly out. It's very. I mean,
Well-
yeah, some piece you got here, Cuppa.
Some piece, yeah, it's a pretty good piece. Not my piece, it's his piece.
Oh, is it?
But yes, well, this has all been in thanks of Shadow of Doubt, who is in the games collection on Tiltify. You can go and get Shadow of Doubt if you enjoy a little murder mystery in a sort of 1970s industrial horrid world. You can go and solve your own crimes, find your own serial killers, and watch people cheating on each other and all that kind of stuff. You can do all of that in Shadow of Doubt. But this has been it for the Jingle Jam. Thank you very much to all of my wonderful assistant detectives who's cracked the case. We got Blake McHatton, played by Pyrion Flax.
AKA Black McHatton.
Black McHatton, played by Pyrion Flax. We have Vesper Valerian, played by Xylus. We have River Amari, played by Briony. We have Harper Walker, played by Angry Tom. And then a slew of suspects, played by, you can stand up now, Daff, you can take a bow. We had a slew of suspects, played by Daff, Lewis, we had, who else do we have? Bree. And yeah, thank you very much for being our suspects. And I've been your detective, Knight Budweiser.
Budweiser. Well done.
Who wrote this and desperately in the last few days tried to write a murder mystery that made sense and could be solvable.
You did an incredible job.
Well done on finding all the clues, by the way. Like, literally, that little bullet casing we hid, not sure if you guys would find it. That was like a big clue.
Very well spotted.
And then, like, yeah, the trash, like, Pyrion immediately was like, I want to look in that trash. Is this a clue?
Classic.
My favorite still was
That's what the proofs are, mate. That's what the proofs.
My favorite still was a load of you had come up to the desk and nobody had picked up a piece of paper with important on it and flipped that over. That was great.
Can we have a round of applause for the board and the string?
Oh, the board and the string.
That sucks.
Big round of applause to studio team and our lovely camera team as well, who've done an amazing job. Thank you very much.
Well done.
Set dressing, I think Nina did the set dressing as well. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody. That is the end of it. I have literally no more, but I think we're pretty much bang on time, actually.
Yeah.
So, get my fingerprint scanner out. Yeah, all good.
The only other beat we need to hit is after 3, we'll have to say Rav sucks, okay?
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Rav sucks! There you go. But thanks very much for joining us. Go check out Shadow of Doubt in the Jingle Jam Tiltify collection. If you haven't picked it up already, go and pick it up now. But yeah, take care, and we'll see you next time in the big city.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
My favourite Jingle Jam memory is a bit of an older one. It's from 2017, I think, when I was still a fan. Not anymore, not a fan now. Yeah, so towards the tail end of the Jingle Jam in 2017, I think it was around like, I don't even know, 20-something of December. I guess they were starting to get a bit tired and run out of ideas. And Simon, Lewis and Mousy did a stream where they were just watching bad YouTube videos. And I sat there and I watched the whole thing. And one of my favorite things that happened in that stream was the classic moment where Simon tried to explain what Greg's was to Mousy.
So there's Greg's.
Are they common?
They're very common.
What do they sell there?
Oh, that was such a good joke.
And then later on in the stream, they were watching more terrible YouTube videos, and Sam, bless him, superimposed an image of Greg's into one of these YouTube videos, and Simon absolutely lost it.
Greg's! Oh my god!
It wasn't!
What the fuck? Is that real? Was that legit?
No, I don't think that was legit.
Fucking Greg's!
And it was just so funny, and it was just such a nice and simple stream. It was just hanging out and just nice. It wasn't very wholesome, but it was just like hanging out with your dads watching some YouTube. That's just one thing that's kind of stuck with me. I've made a lot of nice memories since then, but I think it's one of the earliest for me. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to making even more nice memories this year. Can't wait.
Oh, amazing, we're live.
Oh.
Josh!
Thunderwave at second level.
Hey, Collie, don't I? Holy shit! Come on, let's go!
Mental health, Wales, LGBTQ youth. I'm trying to raise as much money as I possibly can for CALM.
This charity, it holds a massive place in my heart.
$1 million! $1 million!
2 million!
Thank you, whoever you are. You're going to make some real... Oh, why am I getting teary all of a sudden?
All I want for Christmas is...
Put
it down! No!
Now let's go!
Exciting stuff, everybody.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's going
Call
crazy.
Sips. Call Sips!
Ho, 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 ho. Wait, when are we starting?
Whenever you like.
Ho, 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 ho.
What did you call me?
That's right, it's Tom and Ben. We're here.
Happy Jingle Jam!
Merry Jingle Jam.
My favourite Jingle Jam memory was when we completed Jenga.
Wow.
And had to push the rules further than they've ever been pushed before.
My God.
We'd finished the tower, no more blocks could be taken till we figured out you could turn a 2-block into a 1-block.
Impossible. It couldn't be done.
Pull and slide. They said it couldn't be done.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is insanity. Why do you start so low?
Because I'm asserting my dominance, Tom. I'm trying to make you surrender.
This is insanity. Okay, I'll take the surrender.
I left you in a sticky situation, do you remember?
I do remember that, and I was furious because you were going to try it and was like, there's no way he can do this. He's definitely going to lose. But then you pulled it off. You squidged 2, manipulated the tower, and got a block out. Insanity.
And I've won, right? That means I win.
Well, then you kind of forced me into a sticky situation where, you know, I then had to try and do it, which...
old Tommy Big Hands.
Old Tommy Big Hands, my big strangler's hands. And it turned out, actually, very, very good at playing Jenga, because I then did the same thing, and I got a block out, and then it was back over to you.
Oh, my own petard. It tastes so bitter.
Oh, hoisted, Ben.
By my medicine.
By your own medicine. And yeah, you had to have a go on that. And then I'm pretty sure you were like, okay, I'm going to take a block. Pow!
Yeah, you Jenga reversed me.
Pretty sure.
And I just had a tantrum. And I knocked it all down.
And that made me the victor. Huzzah.
I think everybody clapped.
And then everybody clapped. People stood up. They applauded. They cheered. Oh my God. They still talk about it to this day.
They do. Somehow we're still talking about it. I think this may be the peak of Tom and Ben's streaming career.
I genuinely think it's just the peak of our lives. You know, ignore all the other stuff. Just so good, so strong.
Let's have a flashback. It's over there. Do you remember it?
Wow. Whoa.
Whoa.
No, not that clip.
Oh God, how did that get in there?
Oh. No, the good one.
No! That's Benga!